Here we go. Here we go. All right, let me see if I can find the YouTube one. Yo, what's going on, guys? We're just doing a little testing here. What's going on, Parm? What's going on, Andre? Yo, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. We're gonna start with that here. I'm just gonna be testing basically Warzone here. I have a DDR5 1300K 4090. What we're trying to do is find just the peak performance of DDR5. Oh, Mohammed, reach out to support@sysquality.com and he got you, bro, for sure. Sometimes like the texts are busy, so. All right, let's do this. Let's get straight into it. So this is what DDR4 again. Tomorrow I'm building a DDR5. What we're gonna do, guys, is we're basically testing the limits of gaming here with just this PC. This is a 1300K 4090 DDR4 build. Tomorrow we're gonna have a DDR5 build tuned to the max, and I'm just trying to see like the difference between the two, right? First, let me do this. Let's do this, guys. Let's just go into... Oh, I didn't mean to exit desktop, but okay. That works. That works. Because I feel like you guys always like see me talking about like FPS and stuff like that. But you guys never truly see like the FPS and stuff. How do you guys like the new game, though? How do you guys like Modern Warfare? What games do you guys play? Josh, if your ping's that good, bro, you don't have to worry, brother. The best NVIDIA driver, guys, to be honest, the NVIDIA drivers have been, it's not the NVIDIA drivers that have been off. It's just the game and the NVIDIA drivers compatibility have been kind of like, and Windows, to be honest. It's not only the NVIDIA drivers, it's the game, Windows, and NVIDIA drivers, right? So all three of those have kind of been desynced, but now they're starting to get it synced back up. So if you haven't yet, the 526.98 NVIDIA driver is actually, I believe, like the best one. And that's because no longer is your GPU using 100% usage like in your task manager, right? Before it was a glitch, but now like it's not using like 100% usage at all. It's actually using the usage it was previous. So if you're not loading anything, it's still at 0%, which is what you want. So if you haven't changed your NVIDIA driver yet, I would suggest clean installing or DDU your NVIDIA driver, and I'm gonna make a video about that today, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, let's hop in some Warzone here. Just to give you guys a taste here. So just to show you guys what I'm using 1440p. Not really any upscaling. I'm using CAS. I might as well just put this to 100. Boom. I don't use DLSS. Of course, you can get more performance with DLSS, but you have to be careful with this, right? So you're getting more FPS. However, your latency can increase while using this. So your input delay can increase when you're using DLSS. But if your game's like so low that your frames like it's almost unplayable, I would suggest using DLSS. It's like really easy, it's really nice. Or you could use AMD FSR 1.0, whichever one looks better to you. To be honest, I believe FSR looks better to me, but it's like different for everybody. Whichever one you prefer. We need some Tarkov FPS, guys. Let me write that down, boss. I got you. What I would usually do, that's a good question. What do I set these to? If you're using DLSS, FSR, just set it to like the ultra quality, the highest quality version, because you don't want to risk like your game, right? Like you want your game to actually be like looking good. But yeah. Is getting your Nighthawk tweaked worth it? I'm thinking about buying your internet package. Let me think about that one for a second. So if you feel like you're losing gunfights, right? And you feel like it's your network, it's not your PC or anything like that. Like you're losing by like 1 or 2 like bullets and stuff. That's when you get like the network. And that's when it will be worth it. If I have 100% CPU usage and 40% GPU usage, should I get a new CPU? What GPU do you have? It looks, I mean, if you are looking for more performance, then yes, you probably should get a new CPU because your CPU is bottlenecking your GPU there. Praise your best employee. Oh my God, Kilobyte. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that one. I'm trying out this YouTube thing, so we're live on Twitch and on YouTube here. Are we even live on YouTube? Oh, yes, we are. We actually are. Let's go. All right, let me link this. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I kind of wanted to land over there, guys. What's the most intensive area on this map? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm live on YouTube. Oh, thanks for that. Yeah, the FPS on DDR4 is absolutely insane. And this is what I've been trying to explain, right? Like, I've been doing some testing, guys, and to be honest, we've been testing like a ton of builds. Like DDR4 versus DDR5. Now we're gonna get into like the real DDR5 because we're about to use a 2 DIMM motherboard. What that means is basically we're about to use a motherboard with only 2 RAM slots. But for the most part, like DDR4 has been like pretty much keeping up with DDR5. Like I could get like a good amount of FPS on DDR4. Like I've seen some DDR5 builds that we're getting like 50 more FPS than, like it's crazy. So if like you have DDR4, if your system is well balanced, then for sure like you could get like a lot of FPS. Like trust me, just a lot. Oh no. No, I tried it. I'm getting 300 FPS, got my PC optimized a while back from you guys. but I want my game to look good. So if you want your game to look good, basically these are the settings. This is what I would do. I would do anti-aliasing, put it on filmic SMAA, right? You could put anti-aliasing on like normal to high. That's gonna look good. Texture resolution, put that on normal. Anisotropic, you could put that on high. To be honest, like the game looks like the same for me, so this doesn't really like matter for me. Particle level quality, you could put that on high. You could put where is it? Oh, spot cast shadows. You could put this on high, to be honest, and that's pretty much all you need. Yep, and that's all you need. I hope this gets us back in the game. I want to show you guys what's the city, village, or hydro. Okay, I'm gonna look for that. I'm gonna look. Where's that on the map? Holy. What do you put streaming quality on? I put streaming quality on normal. Someone said hydro. Where's hydro? Super chat. Yo, Calypso or Soap? Yo, what's good, Nori? What's going on? Nori, I need you to do one of those like custom loot builds for me. Need one of those, boss. So I can push this to the limit. Yo, Calypso, Nori, Calypso. I like Calypso a lot. I like Soka too. It depends. Hydroelectric. Am I blind, guys? Am I blind? Where is it, guys? Oh, right here? Over there. That's it. Okay. Is there a way I could expedite my FPS demon in shipping? I'm in dire need right now. You want it as fast as possible? No, actually, with the FPS demons, we are sending them out this week, so you actually are in luck, or like next week. The thing about the demons is like whoever got them is like super lucky, because like the new like motherboards just came out, the 2DIMM motherboards. So if you actually wanted to upgrade for more FPS, you can, and that will actually expedite it right there, because we're getting those in tomorrow. So just DM like said squad and we got you, boss. Are you playing mouse and keyboard and controller? Oh, I'm playing controller. So this is the most intensive area on the map. This right here. How is this the most intense area? How? Under Rohan oil. Rohan oil. This or village. All right, so let's see what we got here. I'm gonna try to land somewhere. Huh, it actually is a little more intensive. Hey Cornel, so I've been crashing constantly on Modern Warfare 2. I can't even play a full match without Warzone. What in the world? Lord have mercy. Yeah, I wish they put in plunder too, to be honest. It's like really hard to test in this game, like superiorly hard. Like I've been trying to test like forever, and it takes forever to test in this game. Do you happen to know how to fix the weird graininess in Warzone? No, I've been trying to take a look though. I'll keep you posted on that. I'll put up a tweet regarding that when I find it. Let me see. I'm getting over 140 FPS. It's actually not that bad. Is this DDR4 or DDR5? This is DDR4. The DDR5, I can tell you guys right now, I've been doing some testing with like just the 4DIMM DDR5s. Those are a little bit slower. However, like it's a little bit faster, like just like a teeny bit faster than this. So DDR4, to be honest, like if you're looking for a PC, like for the best bang for your buck, like you cannot beat. Like DDR4 is like a pretty good bang for your buck right now if you're looking. DDR5, unless like you have like just the best of the best, I don't think it's like worth it. What do you guys think? I don't think it's worth it. What processor should I get for my 4090? I have a Ryzen. So if you have a Ryzen right now, and if you're on a previous Ryzen, what you should do is you should actually upgrade to a 5800X3D. What in the world is that? Recommended NVIDIA driver. That's going to be 5, the newest one, so 9.8. Which DDR5 do you recommend? Looking at the brand new build. Oh, I'll show you right now. So while this is loading, let me show you guys. Let me actually show you guys. So we have 7200. Now you have to be very careful with this. The DDR5 that I'm showing you, you have to have the best of the best, guys. Like you cannot have like just any PC and try to run this, right? Because these might not run, right? So I'll show you guys right now while this is loading. Nah, man, best driver is 420.69. So let me do this. You guys can probably see this here. Boom. All right, so you got two options here. So you got the 7600 if you're feeling lucky. If you think your PC can handle this bad boy right here, you could go with the 7600 megahertz team group. However, be very careful with this, guys. With this, there's a chance that your PC won't XMP, right? That means it won't overclock to 7600 because it takes a lot to run this. It takes a really good PC to run this, right? And most PCs are not capable of running this so far. Or you could go with a 7200. Most PCs aren't capable of running this either. However, you can try it and go for a 7200. It's honestly like getting up there, guys. 72, 78. There might be like a 8,000 megahertz RAM that comes out next. It's crazy. What's a good DDR4 kit? That is a really, really good question here. So a really good DDR4 kit, I would say, is potentially... Oh, wait. Where did we say... Someone said Village. Someone said Hydroelectric. I'll try oil this time. I'll try oil. So a good DDR5 4 kit is 3600. Remember what I told you guys about buying DDR4 or like RAM. You got to look at the timings. It's not only about just like how fast the megahertz is. It's about how fast like the timings are as well. So 3600 CL 14 is probably the best DDR5 that you can get, and it'll like work off, like you can just, you know, like XMP and like it works off rip. You know what I mean? All right, so this is oil. Wow. DDR4, guys. Which motherboard with DDR5? Conceded, do you think I'm going to tell you the whole build, brother? Jesus Christ. FPS Demon. No, I'm just trolling. You could get any kind of Z790. Oh, no, don't kill me. No, I cannot. Oh, man, there's too many people on the map for testing. To be honest, I would get maybe an MSI motherboard, to be honest, conceded. MSIs are really good. What monitor would you recommend pairing with the Demon? Oh, my friend. I don't think there is a budget-friendly monitor with the Demon. To be honest, with the FPS Demon, like if you're seeing this right now, that this is like this is not even as fast as the FPS Demon, right? This is like barely as fast. So if you're getting an FPS Demon, like you're gonna be hitting like 360 FPS like easily, like sometimes, right? So you're gonna need a 1440p, at least 360 FPS monitor. Or if you want to be ahead of the time, you can go 4K and get a 240 hertz 4K monitor, and that should be really good too. Because this is only DDR4. Like DDR5, like 2dim, like the FPS demon is gonna be insane. It's gonna be absolutely insane. And it, what the? But the thing about the FPS demon that people don't realize is like they take a long time to like get like, oh man, those are like some of the craziest tuned PCs I've ever done. That's why I decided I'm only gonna be building those PCs because they take like triple the time as a normal PC. If I'm gonna be honest, like the tuning, everything like that, it takes triple the time. Like there's some nights that I'm just like here, just like if you guys don't see me, there's some nights I'm here and I'm just like just doing FPS demons like it's nothing. Did I just get scanned? Scan and repair. Oh no. See, this is a problem with this game. I've got the scan down, guys, to probably 2 times a day now. But I'm trying to figure out what is causing it. Once I figure out what exactly causes scan, I'm going to let you guys know. I'm not sure if it's like an NVIDIA driver. I'm not sure if it's GPU overclock, RAM overclock. I've been testing all those, like, to be honest. And it seems like every 2 hours, this game just like gives you like a scan. Like it's trying to give you a scan. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure. It seems people with crazy PCs get this. Yeah, it's like the faster your PC is, to be honest, like the more you're susceptible to scans. However, there's a way to prevent it. Like I used to get, when I was starting to tune this, right? Like I would get like a scan like every like 2 seconds. I was like, what the heck is going on? But then I found some stuff to reduce the scanner repairs. And like you could undervolt, you could do a whole bunch of stuff to reduce it. However, it's pretty hard to like fully get rid of it in this game. Yeah, like this oh, that's another thing. Like this FPS that you guys are seeing, it's probably not with the GPU overclocked because of the scanner repair thing. So we don't even have the GPU overclocked in this. So this is like straight stock for the GPU. It could probably be more FPS if we tried it. That's a good thing that you brought up there, Vladimir, because I wasn't thinking about that. Any idea why disabling XMP fixed all my Modern Warfare 2 crashing issues after days of troubleshooting? I have DDR4. Did you have, what kind of a voltage were you putting into that DDR4 there? I've changed my render count. Yeah, so like there's a lot of stuff that gets into the scanner repair this game. This one, why I love like Modern Warzone, like to benchmark and stuff like that, is because it takes out everything from your PC. So like everything on your PC has to be fast for you to get like high FPS. It's not like Valorant where you just need a crazy CPU and just like basic GPU and then like you're getting good FPS, right? Like you need good RAM for Warzone, you need good CPU, GPU, you need it tuned, you need everything to go into this game to make it work. So basically what I've realized is like this is a very good like benchmark for like usual games. Like I love this game for like benchmarks and stuff like that. Any little like change can like just completely affect like your game, which I love. That's interesting, Jordan. Were you using 4? Bro, when I am GPU bottleneck, what setting should I use? If you're GPU bottlenecked, you can use one of these, right? So you can either use DLSS or FSR and put it at the highest quality. So like if it's ultra quality, just put it at that and you should be good. Is a 3072 weak for a 5800X3D? Yeah, it's a little slow for a 5800X3D. Cases are really hard. To be honest, I got to do my research on cases because of the new 4090s and like 4080s, because before, like, you don't want to bend the like cables too much or you could have like issues. However, there's only a certain way. What people aren't talking about is like, it's not just bending the cable, it's a certain way that you have to bend it to cause those issues. So you have to get a case that like kind of delivers on that. Like, let me just go here. This will make it easy. So this is a good question. He's saying I'm not getting good FPS. I have a 3070 and an i9 9900. Now, notice he didn't say 9900K. When you're buying an Intel CPU, you want to make sure it's a 9900K because that allows for the CPU to go full speed. It's like basically, if you're buying a 9900, right, versus a 9900K, for example, of an Intel, that means the K means that it's basically, it has a turbo in it, right? So it's like fast for gaming, right? It's just like a car. If it doesn't have the K, that means that you just bought just a normal Toyota Camry. When you could have got the sports edition, but you didn't get the sports edition, so it's not going to be as fast as a sports edition. So that is why you're getting such low FPS. I don't really use DLSS, so I'm not sure about the sharpening option. You're gonna have to let me know like which one works for you better. Oh, I tried it, guys. I tried it. No, but this is insane for DDR4, guys. This is absolutely insane. But anybody in the chat, if you have any questions, just let me know. We're just chilling today at doing questions and answers, just testing Modern War, like Warzone, just to see like what the kind of FPS is like. This, if you're wondering what system this is like a DDR4 system. I'm just trying to see the difference between DDR4 and DDR5. Tomorrow we're gonna have the DDR5 build, so I might stream that. Let me know if you guys want me to stream that. But I'm gonna have to like tune it and all that stuff first, so that's gonna be pretty good. Cool. Where are they? Is my teammate talking? Don't die, teammate. I can barely hit 110 FPS on Warzone 2 with a 3080 Ti and a 5950X. Oh, that is rough. Where should I land? Somebody said village was intense, so let's try village. But to be honest, like, I'm kind of mind blown, guys, because I've been seeing like DDR5 builds, like, and stuff like that. And I've told you guys, like, DDR5 is a little bit faster now. Like, depending, it's not faster out the box. Let me reframe that. DDR5 is not faster out the box. DDR4 could be faster. However, I've been seeing some DDR5 builds that are slower than this. Like, and I'm like, how? There's no way. Oh, I see him. I see him. I see him. I wonder why. So I've talked to a dev and oh, that's the, yep, right there. We got to fix that. I've talked to a dev and basically I believe the reason why here is more intensive than like regular areas, right? Is like downtown, for example. I just call this downtown, whatever Alma City, is because it's basically a cluster. So like in clusters, you're gonna get like the least FPS because it's just so much stuff that you're rendering like in your game. It's ridiculous. Thank you. Thoughts on the new 4080 card? The new 4080 card, it's honestly like really like you're gonna get really good FPS. Like don't get me wrong. You're probably gonna get like a little, like if let's say we had the same PC as this, right? And you're looking for like similar FPS, you're probably gonna get it with like the new 4080. But the difference is, guys, like the difference in like the cards this year is that the 4090 is like when the 3080 came out, it was like that was the stable card, and the 3090 was kind of just like a bit extra, right? This year, what they did was the 4090 is like the stable card, right? Like, so the previous generation, the 3080 was like what everybody wanted, right? The 3090 was just like if you're like insane and you're like a maniac enthusiast. Well, this year, they flipped it. So now the 4090 is actually like what everybody wants, because like if you're gonna spend that much money, I mean, it's $1,200 for a 4080, right? You might as well. What the? Was that a bot? What just? All right, I'm not gonna question it. But you might as well spend the extra. What is it? I think it's like $300. It's like $60.99 for the cheapest 4090. You might as well spend the extra $400 and just get like the best like 4090 you can. You know what I mean? Did I just hear somebody? Might as well get the best like 4090 you can. Like that's it. Are these okay, guys? You see how there's bots here? You see how this is AI right here? This is actually interesting, right? This is why you get such low FPS in these areas, because your game is actually like doing the computation for this AI right here. So this is why these areas are lower FPS, and this makes sense now. This is why these areas are lower FPS than like oh, that was the actual guy. Than like actually like downtown city, right? That actually makes sense. So if you're getting, that's why so many people are having like trouble this year, because they added AI into the game, and AI is very, 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 very like intensive. So that will let you know, like, yo, like if there's any kind of AI next to you, your game's gonna be a little more intensive than if there wasn't. To be honest, I wish that they took out the AI. I see why they do it for like normal people and stuff like that, like just regular gamers. However, it's like so intensive on your system that I don't think it's worth it. I think like everybody would rather just like having like an extra 30 FPS, to be honest. It blows my mind that some people are getting only 160 FPS on Warzone and they have like good builds. Yeah, it kind of blows my mind too, dude. Kind of blows my mind too. Is anybody happy with their frames like in this game? Let's actually test like regular like you know, like shoot house or something. Let's see. Like what's your frames in this game, guys? Let me know your CPU, your GPU, and like your actual like frames in this game. CPU, GPU, resolution, frames. I don't think anybody's even I'm not happy, to be honest, dude. I'm not happy, to be honest. I thought in this game like, oh, I was gonna get 500 FPS or something like that. Oh no sir, no sir, not with those AIs in the game. Definitely not. Like DDR4, as you can see, DDR4 is like pretty good, guys. Like this is like insane. And I apologize if I do bad in game, guys. Like I don't have like the game sound on like too loud, right? Because I feel like everybody's stuck in like the low 200s or the like 100 FPS range, like from what I've seen. Did I just get rocket launched? Can you turn on the lows? I can. So like when you're using the MSI Afterburner benchmark, right? And like you're looking at the lows and stuff, that can actually affect your lows. Like this game hates MSI Afterburner. So you do not want that thing running like when you're doing this. Oh, I didn't see him. I use Cap Frame X on this game. Oh, Cap Frame X is pretty good. That's honestly the best benchmark utility out right now. Even the in-game benchmark's a little bit weird. Even the in-game benchmark's a little bit weird. Do you get visual glitches? Yeah, I feel like that's an in-game thing. Are you saying turn off MSI Afterburner when you play Warzone? Yes, for sure. For sure. Turn off any kind of overlay, like Discord overlay. I don't care what kind of overlay you have. Like any kind of overlay, you should have it off when you're playing this game. This game, that can cause a lot. And I feel like that is what causes a lot of you guys' like scan and repair issues. Is because you guys have an overlay like over your game. And this game absolutely hates it. The only good overlay that you can have is the NVIDIA overlay. Which allows you to do like a whole bunch of stuff like record the gameplay and stuff like that. But other than that, you should not have like any kind of overlay in this game at all. Not one bit. Oh, I just got blew up. In-game overlay. I could try DMZ. I've never tried DMZ yet. Can somebody explain to me DMZ real quick? How do you get your GPU overclock if MSI isn't on? So you can turn on MSI Afterburner, turn on the GPU overclock, close out of it, and then run your game. And the GPU overclock will still be there. Call of Duty's version of Tarkov? Oh, I want to try it. Dang, Warzone's actually coming for everything. Call of Duty's coming for Tarkov, like everything. Oh, no. Telemetry is like a good overlay. You want those on. Yeah, you run those like no problem. Ryan, I have no idea, to be honest, Ryan. What happens if you have more FPS than your monitor's hertz? So if you have more FPS than your monitor's hertz, what could happen is that you could get screen tearing. Like, to be honest, it's not a bad thing. To be honest, you kind of want more than your monitor. Like if you're getting more than your monitor's like hertz, like to be honest, all you have to do is just cap it. Like it's not that serious. Like all you have to do is cap it. You know what I mean? But like if you just want like just the highest like you want the lowest input delay possible, I would just like leave it like unlimited. For most of you though, if you're not getting like as much FPS as your monitor's hertz, you should have like, so your PC like stays cool. What you should have is a custom frame rate 240 60 60 if that's your monitor's refresh rate. Game display custom frame rate should match your monitor's refresh rate here. Because a lot of you like this PC is like extremely cool, so I could just have it like just going crazy in the main menu. But this is another reason for scanning and repairs. A lot of you are on unlimited when you shouldn't be technically. Like you should be on like capped. Best CPU for a 3080 Ti. To be honest, 5800X 3D. Like if you're looking for like a really good upgrade, guys, or like you're looking for a really good bang for your buck PC, go with a 5800X 3D. That thing is godlike. Like I think like people are like highly underrating like how good that PC is. Oh my god. Oh my god. 6200 speed of RAM. All right, how good is a 4080 compared to a 4090? I would say it's like 10% to 20% off. So 10% less FPS. Let's say that. I still have to test it though, so don't quote me on that. Oh my god. Looking forward to more stable graphic drivers and better optimization of Warzone 2.0. Although I'm pushing 200 FPS on 1080p. Yeah, it definitely has to get more stable for sure for like all like gamers and stuff. So this is the usual, guys. Like every game, like it always starts off like this, right? Like it's always like unstable. Like something has to like get fixed. Like we gotta fix it, do all this stuff, and then from there, I hate shotguns, guys. Oh my god. From there, that's when like the games start getting like more stable here, right? Let me see. 6200 megahertz RAM compared to 7200 megahertz. What frames are you leaving behind? It depends. Again, it's not only about the speed, it's about how, like, it's about the cast, like the timings as well. So if you have like, you can have like 7200 megahertz, and if they're the same timings, then the 7200 is going to be obviously faster. But you have to look at the cast timings as well. Like you can't just look at like one or the other and like think, oh, one's going to be better, right? Yeah, I'm going to play Warzone after this one just to show you guys. I'm trying to like answer all you guys' question here. Should you cap in NVIDIA software or in game? To be honest, you could just cap in game. It's not that big of a deal. Like if you cap in either. Some people cap in like MSI Afterburner, but I wouldn't use that anymore, to be honest. Let's see. Would you recommend to upgrade a 2080 Ti with a... What would you recommend to upgrade? I would recommend to upgrade your CPU. Your Ryzen's way out of date. Way out of date. Is a temp of 89C while playing Warzone bad? Yes, that is really bad. That's really hot. That's like extremely hot. Oh my god. How are they losing this? Oh my gosh. No. 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 Guys. Oh, wow. He came behind me. Holy crap. All right. So still running a 522, which for me has been most stable of all time. Yeah, that's fine. Like pick whichever one's stable for you. To be, I think like the newest one has like the most FPS just because it's not using as much as your, it's not using as much of your GPU like the other ones do for some reason. So NVIDIA is like working on, what NVIDIA is basically working on for all these like these games, guys, is to lower or reduce like the amount of CPU overhead that the drivers cause, right? So what is CPU overhead? CPU overhead is basically, how do I explain it here? CPU overhead is like how much of the percentage of the CPU is needed to run like your graphics card, right? So like, oh wow, I got stunned. So by reducing the CPU overhead, like they're actually reducing like the overall, they're increasing like the overall FPS. Appreciate your settings video. I'm running smooth on a 1650. You know what you were talking about. Yo, I appreciate that, boss. Appreciate that. My teammates are about to kill me, dude. Going try hard, guys. I'm going try hard. Oh, shotguns. Hey, I benchmarked The cooler your CPU and GPU while gaming, the better your clock speeds. Yes, that is 100% correct. Spot on. Spot on. Why do people use this? Oh, that's why. Oh, that's why. That's why. That's why people use that. What's your thoughts on the 7900 XTX? Oh, that's gonna be a. What the heck? How did I win that? That's gonna be an absolute monster potentially. I really hope, like, I'm really, this year I really want AMD to like step it up just so we could have like some good competition, right? But if AMD doesn't have any kind of like stutters like they did last gen and stuff like that, then the AMD graphics cards should be absolute monsters. Absolute monsters. So if you're looking to get a graphics cards within that like price range, like if you're looking to get a 4080, I would say hold off, right? Like hold off for a second. Oh. Hey, I benchmarked in Modern Warfare 2 and my GPU is 91% and my CPU is 9%. Oof. That means that you are GPU bottleneck. This is not necessarily like a bad thing, guys. Like that's not like a bad thing at all, to be honest. Like if you're running high like graphic settings, like that's when that can occur, right? Is there any recommended drivers that you use for AMD GPUs? Just use the latest for AMD for now. Just use the latest. It all, like, we tested all the AMD GPU drivers and it always gets better and better and better. Like the earlier, the newer they are. Have you ever tried, is the updated parts on the Demon and upcharge, or are you just gonna put them in, all of them moving forward from now? No, I definitely have to change like the price on that because it's like really expensive a bit. I didn't know they were gonna release the 2D motherboards like so early. Like they just released it out of nowhere. So literally I feel like everybody like that has a Demon really is gonna like kind of want one. That's like where we're contacting people. Have you ever tried building a PC, but instead of putting your thermal paste on the CPU, you put a thermal pad? I use it myself, so I don't have to put new paste every 6 months. I've actually not tested that yet. I really want to test that. Like, how is your cooling like compared to a thermal paste? Is a 5800X 3D a good upgrade from a 5900X, or just wait for a new 3D? Nah, just wait. Just wait. Is it worth upgrading a 10700K with a 3070? Nah, just wait. Should I upgrade a 2060? So like what I'm thinking about most of these upgrades, guys, right? Just to kind of get you guys through my thought process, right? If you're like on a 2060 and an 8700K, what you can do is upgrade your 9900K, right? Or you could just build a new PC, right? And you can use that as a streaming PC. And some people do that, some people don't. However, that's what I'm thinking. Like, what is like the best worth for you? Like from what I've seen, people upgrade. Like, how much FPS are you really gonna get out of that upgrade? And that's like what I'm thinking. So if I tell you to wait, it's either that you have to just wait for like new components to come out, or just like buy like a whole new system, right? And just use that system as like a streaming PC. Do you recommend a resize bar, and can you make a specific vid on it? Yes, I do recommend a resize bar, and we did make a vid, or my previous video actually went through that. I'm gonna actually make, guys, should I make a Warzone FPS guide? Do you guys want that? Do you guys think that'll be helpful? Because it's a little bit different. You have a video on whether to go with a 40 series or an AMD GPU. I haven't gotten my hands on a 40 series, so I can't tell you, boss. I wish I could. I need to get my hands on one first. I don't want to. I'm not one of those guys that'll try to tell you guys, yo, like, get this, and I didn't like test it yet on like a PC, right? Does your internet optimization offer secret settings? Yes, yes, they do for sure. Should I buy a 5800X 3D? Tiago, like if you want the 20 extra frames, 30 extra frames, then yes. It's up to like what is your budget allowing. Like the 5800X 3D is the fastest like Ryzen that's out right now, to be honest. Like it's fast. I'm sitting at 100 FPS. It will definitely help. Gotcha. So after this stream, guys, what I'll do is I'll sit down, I'll make like an FPS guide for you guys, and you should see it either today or tomorrow. Like, does that work? Let's do that. Oh, that's dope, isn't it? He said, so he's using a thermal pad, guys, and it's actually 2 to 3 degrees hotter than the newly applied good pace, but put on heavy load, I've never reached hot temps. So it's basically the same thing. I'll try one of these days. I gotta try one. Is it worth buying a $1,200 gigabit 4080? Ah, the real question, right? Everybody wants to know if it's like worth buying a 4080. If your budget allows for it, yes. My recommendation is like, just wait, guys. Honestly, just wait until like the AMD cards come out. Wait for somebody like me to be stupid and buy both. Let me test both for you guys so you guys don't have to waste your money. And then after that, like that's when you could like decide which one to get. Like after we test everything. Or if you need a card right now, you're trying to like get the best right now, just get the 4080 and like call it a day, right? There's nothing wrong with that. These FPS numbers are insane. I just wish Micro Center would restock, stay longer than 5 minutes. Wait, I thought Micro Center had a lot of 4090s. Do they not? Michael, I'm not sure I'm not sure of the overclock you're using. Do you use Steam PC? Stream PC? Yes, I do. Even though I don't think it'll make like that much of a difference if I like, to be honest, like with a 4090 guys, like I could probably use like a like I could probably stream on the same PC and it won't affect this thing at all. Like at all. Whatsoever. I like going to the top because I feel like that's the most intensive area without AI here. I just bought a Cryo Grizzly thermal and it dropped my temps 4 5C. Yeah, Cryo Grizzlies are really good. That's what we use actually. I have a birthday on Monday. Oh, yo, happy birthday, Zachary. How you doing today, Cornell, Jalen? Yo, what's good, Jalen? What's happening? All right, so I feel like this is like one of the most intensive areas without, to be honest, like AI or anything like that. Because AI, like when AI is in an area, like hydroelectric or like oil, right? If AI is in these areas, it'll mess up your benchmarks because like they might not be there, they might spawn, they might not spawn, so you don't really know. So like that's why I kind of use like this area right here to like kind of do the benchmarks here. Micro Center at 4090s, 4080s, just in stores only. Shoot, I'm about to go to Micro Center, guys. What's good, Locke? Thanks for your videos. I found out so much about my PC. Yo, no problem, Curtis. I'm gonna have way more coming. We're about to make a Warzone guide and everything. Might make a Tarkov, guys, because everybody keeps asking for that. For sure. Is 5900X still a great CPU? Oh, for sure. Hi, I follow you on Twitter. Keep up the great PC building grind, right, dude? Yo, Bojan, I appreciate that, boss. You're the best. What's this nerd talking about? Yo, what's going on, Wood? What GPU and CPU are you running on this PC? I've heard the 3080 is that GPU you're running right now. So I'm running DDR4 RAM. This is a 4090 and this is a 13900K. I just own a Series X. That's all. What, the Series X is pretty good, to be honest. Run on the ground. I bet. Awesome. Oh, 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 oh. No, this is why I don't take the ground. You set me up, bro. You set me up. I'm just kidding. So it's the same FPS on the ground. Everyone asks me how I learned so much, and I refer them to you. Yo, I appreciate that, Load. I appreciate that. But I feel like you guys get a gist of like the kind of FPS this thing is getting. This is insane. I can't wait until we like test out the DDR5 build together. That build's gonna be absolutely insane, guys. If you think this is like good FPS, wait until we get on DDR5. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Is it normal for 5900X to spike to 90 degrees with launching games? Yes, it is. If you're not like overclocked or anything, it's normal. What settings do I need? What settings do you need for what? I have a 360 and it gets less than 150 FPS. 360. I got stream sight. Yeah, Fenty. Oh my god, I got set up, bro. I got set up. Or do I need to upgrade on the parts? Is it worth getting a 4090 with a melting situation? Knock on wood. To be like I think people are kind of like ODing it a little bit. Cause like we've had like 5 PCs here now with 4090s and none of them have melted or anything like that. Like it's definitely getting OD'd. However, like all you have to do is like not like bend it, right? Or like get a big enough case where you don't have to bend it. Aim assist for the win, bro. Aim assist for the win, guys. Aim assist for the win, guys. Wait, let me see. Boom. Bang. 5900X. Is the 4080 a good card? Have you tested it? I haven't been able to test the 4080 just yet. I'm excited to though. I feel like the 4080 is not gonna make like much of a difference. Like you see how I'm getting like 300 right here. It might be like 280 FPS. Like it's not gonna make that much of a difference. Maybe 270 FPS right here on 1440p. Yeah, I found out that my GPU is at 92%. And CPU is at 8%. I gotta fix that because I'm getting inconsistent FPS on Warzone 2. Everything else is fine. Like to be honest, it's not bad. If your GPU is like at a high percentage, it might be that your settings are like a little bit high, which is fine. Your last NVIDIA control panel settings, one with Battlefield helped me a lot. Yo, appreciate that, Xerus. Glad it helps. Can you do a video on the new PC players when they get their first PC home? What's the first steps? You should do an unboxing. Do after unboxing, set up cable programs to download. Oh, that's a really good video. Let me actually write that down. Let me write that one down. Yeah, if you guys have any kind of video like ideas, like definitely let me know and I'll like probably just make a video about it, to be honest. Boom. I'm gonna write that one down. We have to do a Warzone 2 FPS guide for you guys. We got that one. What else? That's really nice. I'm happy where I'm at with a 2900K 3090 Ti. I really want the newest, but I'll wait and just enjoy what I got. Yeah, you don't need the newest for like 5 years, Dasty. You're good. You're chilling. You're chilling, bro. Let's see. Cushy, to be that's a pretty decent PC, Cushy. It depends how much you want. Is it bad to put physics on CPU if I get more FPS? It's not bad if you're getting more FPS, buddy. It's never bad. I got the 5900X AOC since quality is the same. Temp spikes when I launch the game. So, Michael, that means that you probably have to change your thermal paste. or clean your PC, because sometimes dust can get into your like AIO or anything like that, and that can like increase your temps. So I usually recommend like everybody every month like just clean your PC, because that can also affect like your FPS for sure. Should I get a new PC 13700 or 12700? I'm getting a 3070 Ti. Should I build a new PC? What PC do you have now, Stack? Let's see. W Cornell. What's good, X? To 1080p, I'm buying a 50 x 3D. That's not a bad choice. How do you get your XLR mic from streaming PC to work on a gaming PC? That's a long process. I'll post a Sense Quality Twitter guide on that, Beeman. You playing on the FPS Demon? No, this is not a FPS Demon actually. Like this is actually DDR4. So the FPS Demon gets more FPS than this, which is nuts to think about. It gets more FPS than this. This is like this. All this is, guys, is just like a DDR4 PC that I wanted to build just to see like the limits of DDR4. And goddamn, like the limits of DDR4 is insane, insane. Like DDR4 is not the problem. It's not the problem, guys. DDR5 is a little bit better than this. Like if it's tuned correctly. Between Astro A40s and A50s, which one do you recommend? A50s are if you want a wireless mic. A40s are if you want just like kind of like a try-hard best sounding mic. With A40s, a lot of people don't know that you can honestly use that for a dual PC as well. What the? I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take it. I'll take it, boys. I'll take it. Oh, definitely go 13th. Like a 13600K, guys. You guys want me to get off this and show you guys like a really good like budget build? Since we're not even like building those for you guys, I could show you guys budget builds. Oh, I'm getting shot at. Yeah, to think this is DDR4 is insane. Is that AI? What the? Why did they put this into the game? This is so weird. This is just so weird. Why did they put this in the game? All right, I'm just gonna spectate someone so I can answer you guys' questions. All right, so let's do this. All right. All right, there we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna spectate this guy so I can answer you guys' questions. I have a 13600K 3080 Ti. Should I upgrade GPU for 1440p? If you're looking for more FPS, yes. How much FPS of an increase? I'm not sure. It depends exactly what kind of RAM. Do you think? Let's see. Have you ever heard of an M game mixer? I've never heard of that. I'll look it up though. Any suggestions on the correct sound settings for the Astro A40 mixtape and Modern Warfare 2? We'll release the sound settings guide on our Twitter, so stay tuned for that one. Let's see. They're guarding your loadout. I'm building them for my friends, and they're getting 3080 Ti's. I'm debating at 13th or 12th gen. If you're looking for a budget, 12th gen. If you're looking for like performance, 13th gen. Honestly, 13th gen is amazing. How much more FPS of an increase do you think I should get on a... honestly, I'm not sure. Good and... What... Like, when it comes to exact FPS numbers, guys, like, I can't really tell you guys, because, like, it's really hard to, like, predict, right? Because, like, there's so many CPUs and GPUs out there. I like AMD, though, until I never built one before. I like AMD, too, personally. It's just that Intel is more... like from what I've realized, or building like PCs, like we built a lot of AMDs, we built a lot of Intels, like high performance PCs, and from what I realized, Intels are way more, they're just way more get it done. Like they just work. Intels just work. That's what I like about Intels. They always just work. AMDs, it's always just some, if you're like a PC nerd like me, then that's when AMD's for you, because there's always like a little tune here or there that you could do to AMDs. But Intel, like no matter what, like it always just works, and it has better 0.1% lows, right? Windows power plan. What do you recommend for 5800X3D? Balance. So 5800X3D should be, I mean, Ryzen should be on a balanced power plans. Intel, you can put it on high performance if you want. I love spectating because spectating you get the same FPS. Like it's the same thing. This makes my life easier. I could actually answer your guys' questions. Should have done this beforehand. But as you guys could see with DDR4, we've got it to basically, and this is what I mean by, guys, by basically like I'm kind of crazy. Like DDR4, we basically got it to have a minimum or a low of like 270. Like you're not going to see less than 270, which is crazy. And your averages are actually 300 FPS. Like this kind of blows my mind, guys. This should not be possible. And DDR5 is only faster than this. It's going to be faster. Like the DDR5 is faster, guys. So tomorrow what I'm going to do is stream again and see what it is. So what we're going to do now, I have a PC optimization appointment tomorrow. And would like to put back Windows 10 if possible. Let me know, thanks. Padlock. So what you can do is get like a USB, what I usually do, and just like re-download Windows 10. Windows 11 has a particular issue like with games, and like Microsoft has stated it's like a GPU debugging issue. I believe they fixed it too, but you have to keep like the NVIDIA overlay on for it to be fixed. It's really weird. Windows 10, it never fails. It just never fails. Like all of our like PCs are on Windows 10, to be honest. Like Windows 11, I'm not seeing. I don't know why you would upgrade to Windows 11 unless like you had to. Unless you absolutely had to. Windows 11 reminds me of Windows 8. You know what I mean? Like in between Windows 7 and Windows 10, there's Windows 8. That's what Windows 11 is. We gotta wait for Windows 12, and that's gonna be like the actual Windows. Just wanted to tell you that you'll have one of the best customer service. You have one of the best customer services I've seen. Always very helpful and efficient. Hey, no problem, Cody. Anytime that we could help, we can help. This is 1080p. No, this is 1440p, Sense. Oh no, this is 1440p. No upscaling. No anything. 1440p. It's insane. It's insane. Do you ship PCs to the UK? We can make an exception. DM Sense Quality on Twitter, and we can make an exception for you, Gun. Are you copying the Z790 Apex? Josh, it's already on the way, Josh. It's getting here tomorrow, Josh. How did you know? It's getting here tomorrow, Josh. Didn't have to ask me that. You already know. Can you explain Windows 11 GPU fix, or is downgrading to Windows 10 better? I made a post about it on Twitter. It's really hard to explain. If you go through my Twitter post, it's like the 5th one down. It should like go through like how to fix it. However, like I just like Windows 10, guys. Like it's like the more I've like tweaked stuff and like tuned stuff and like push stuff to its limits, like the more we've done that is the more I've realized it's very important that like stuff just works, right? That stuff just works. Am I losing FPS because I play on a 1440p? Am I losing FPS because I play on 3440 times 1440p? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. For sure. For sure. That is really intensive. Okay, thank you guys. Do you guys offer the downgrade service? I have an appointment tomorrow with you guys. Just wanted to let you know if that'll be a part of the process. Unfortunately, that's not a part of the process. However, it's like if you look up like how to install like Windows 10 like on YouTube or something, it takes like 2 minutes, Padlock. I swear it's not that hard. It's not that hard at all. I'm telling you. All you got to do is download the game, download Windows 10, and you should be good, boss. If a customer has to reset their PC due to a technical issue, do they have to repay for the optimization? No. If it's like within the first 10 days, like first, like before you reset your PC, you should always like contact like support at sensequality.com just to see if we could fix it. But basically, like as long as it's within the first 10 days, like you're good. What would you do to recommend? What would you upgrade? 2900K, 3080, 3600, CL14. I would upgrade a 4090, buddy. It's time, Brownie. It's time. 4090. Do you still leave HPET enabled or disabled? I don't touch those. Like Christian, like that stuff is snake oil. Snake oil. Pure snake oil. Pure snake oil. Whatever the default is, I just leave it. But I'm just letting you know, like stuff like tweaks like that, like those are like stuff like that, like changes like that, or like 2007, 2008 when Windows like was starting to become a thing and like PCs were like really slow. PCs are very fast now. So like little changes like that, like you might lose FPS by doing it. Can having 2 different RAMs with different speeds cause FPS or stutters? Heck yeah, you should never do that ever. Ever. You should never have 2 different RAM kits. My PC came with Windows 11, unfortunately. I still prefer Windows 10. Yeah, like if I got a PC, like to be honest guys, like if I bought a PC from anywhere and it came with Windows 11, I would just re-download Windows 10 automatically. Like off the bat, off rip. That's what I would do. Currently have an Asus 3080 Ti. Yeah, gamer, just like sell it and upgrade it. I'm telling you, you're gonna love like the performance. Oh my gosh, Francos is down. But yeah, guys, as you've seen. On DDR4, people are like DDR4 is like old, like DDR4 is not like the thing anymore. Guys, like this is why like you have to be very careful of like what you're listening to and stuff. Like holy moly. This PC is insane. Like I'm actually mind blown. DDR4 still has it. All right, enough of that. Enough of that. Just for giggles, I'll just run a benchmark real quick, and then we'll go into the notepad, guys. The notepad. Upgraded which card? Either the top of the line Ryzen's or 4090. What's a good site to sell computer parts? Java, Facebook Marketplace is really good. I love Facebook Marketplace, but those two, or like you could do eBay, but eBay charges. Okay, thanks. That might be a problem. And what kind of RAM should I get? I think I have 2600 with 2300. Not sure. Depends on your PCH. I'm gonna try that out, Waze. I'm gonna actually try that out. How do you install Windows 10 again without losing files from Windows 11 after the 10 days? You don't. You can't. Like you want to lose all your files, to be honest. You don't want to do it like keeping your files bad. Like anytime you're reinstalling Windows, you don't want to do it where like you keep your files ever. Where can I find a benchmark? Oh, I'll show you after this. Gaming. Should I turn on my memory timing in the AMD Radeon software to fast timings? Yes, Raw. So even with 12th and 13th gen Intel, you would recommend Windows 10? Yes. Which is a lot of people are telling you otherwise, but trust. There's a reason. There's always a reason. Like, trust me. Like, listen to the guy that spent all night just tweaking like little things here and there. Only thing messed up going back to Windows 10 was my GPU's overclock. Does it matter if with the CPU overclock too? It doesn't matter with the CPU overclock. If your GPU's overclock, you have to screen. Just take a picture of like your MSI Afterburner and just like copy and paste it. I was actually considering buying a GoXLR, but I might get it. Holy moly. Yeah, but as you see, guys, we're going to test the DDR5 tomorrow, but DDR4, god damn. Will a custom gaming Windows raise FPS considerably? Yeah. The last time we had our custom gaming Windows, that definitely like raised FPS. Not the custom gaming Windows out there, like the, you know, like the basic ones out there. Those are like for really old PCs. It might help an old PC. But like the way we do it is a little bit different, and it definitely helps. It definitely helps. Like that's one of the stuff that you get like when you buy like an FPS Demon. Like this PC right here has a custom gaming Windows on it right now. And that might be why like it's like performing like that, but it's crazy. It's crazy. Is it more about overclocking or is it more about the hardware? It's about both. It's about both. It's a balance, right? Like people don't understand. Castillo, that's a good question. Like people don't understand that when you get a gaming PC, right? The reason why you're paying thousands of dollars, and it's kind of mind blowing that like nobody's telling this to people, right? Like the reason why you're paying thousands of dollars is because they want you to push your PC to max performance, right? And the reason why these gaming PCs are so much compared to like basic PCs is because you're supposed to overclock with them. Like you're supposed to. Like if you have a 2900K, the K is for unlocked. That is supposed to be overclocked. Like if anybody tells you otherwise, they're trying to trick you. Like that is why it's so expensive. You get what I'm saying? So if you're looking for like the best of the best, like you definitely want like. Why buy a $5,000 to $7,000 PC if you're not gonna overclock it? Like that's the weirdest thing ever. It's kind of weird. Like PC companies might tell you not to overclock your PC, and they might scare you out of it because they want to scare you out of it because they don't want you to file any kind of warranty claim with them because they think that overclocking or whatever is gonna like deteriorate your PC faster. When in reality, from like all of our testing this year, I believe like we've had like one demon that like needed help, maybe two. But like the rest of them, like they're chilling. Like all like the rest of our PCs, like they're still chilling. Why are they still like working perfectly fine? Because overclocks don't like hurt like your PC. Like it's not like they're meant to be overclocked. Like it's not. It's just a whole big like snake oil myth, right? It's just like the myth of you can't see above 60 FPS. You can see. You can see up to 1,000 FPS. Like it's not accurate that you can't see above 60. Um, so basically, like definitely overclocking like matters. Overclocking matters. Like the Windows configuration matters. The like parts matter. They all matter, to be honest. Like you need a balance of all three. Do you have a video of how to overclock? That is gonna be the most intense video that I could ever put out, Jalen. Because the thing about overclocking, right, Jalen, is that it what works for me, what's working on this PC right now, if I build the same exact, this is what people don't realize, right? If I build the same exact PC, same specs, same everything, the settings are gonna be different. Why is it gonna be different? Because there's something called a silicon lottery, right? So the silicon lottery might say, "Yo, Jalen, your CPU might do 4 gigahertz, but I might have the same CPU and mine might do 4.2. So how do you know? The only way that you know is testing. So it's like really hard to like put out overclocking videos, and like the ones that's out, they're kind of like they're like very like basic and in general, right? Because they don't want you blowing up your PC or whatever. And number two, it's probably not gonna work for you the same exact settings. So if like you copied like and pasted like an overclock video from like YouTube and stuff, it's probably not gonna like work, or it's probably not gonna maximize your performance like as much as you think, which is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy to think about. Since Quality does audio optimizations for Modern Warfare 2, yes we do, good sir, and it's OP. Holy moly! I wish I had it on this PC. It is OP. It is just overpowered. Is it worth upgrading a 3070 to a 4080? You tell me. I mean, I just want to plug and play. A lot of people just want to do that. I feel, do I have to change the overclocking once it's tuned? No, you don't. No, you don't. Let me see here. What's the best AIO for a 1300K? Oh, Lord, good mercy. I don't think there is a best. I don't think there is a best, good sir. I wish there was a best. Like, it's the 1300K is hot. It's very, very hot. Supremely hot. Super fire hot. And this is the thing that a lot of people don't know, but like on DDR5, it's even hotter when you use DDR5. From our testing so far, I think I've had. It depends what motherboard you're using, but like on DDR5, it's a little bit hotter than DDR4. Like it makes the CPU hotter, which is like weird, right? Like it's so weird. What the? You think the 7900 XT is gonna be better than the 4090? I don't know. I can't tell you until it comes out, boss. Usually Ryzen's like do perform well in like Warzone, but like the 4090 is like pretty crazy this year. So we'll just have to see. It's gonna be a flip of a coin. I think it might be a little less. Just got a 7950X on Newegg with a Black Friday deal. I didn't see a lot of people get the 7950X, which is strange. Would a 5950X be a good pair with a 4080? Yeah, that would be a good pair. What is the most FPS I could get with a 6600? No idea. Gosh, you made me want to tune my PC so bad. No, I'm not saying this stuff, Castilla, to like. I'm not trying to influence you guys to tune your PC, right? Like that's not my main objective here. That would be cool. Like of course, like I make money off of that. That would be like pretty cool. But I'm just telling you, like most people, like most gamers are like most gamers aren't told like the truth like when it comes to like PC stuff, right? Or like any kind of like gaming, any kind of gaming like what the hello? Anyways, any kind of gaming like devices, like gamers aren't really told the truth. Like you guys are like marketed to and like lied to a lot. And like what I try to do, like, cause I was like a gamer as well, like I was a huge gamer. I just try to like tell you guys like how it is. Like it just doesn't matter. Like I'm just telling you straight up how it is. Um, I get more FPS on my 5900X, and it's all really overclock if I go to a Ryzen 5800X 3D. Yeah, it's all really yeah. He gets more FPS like overclocked. Yeah, you always talk about RAM fans. Oh, RAM fans are gonna be a must. Oh, I have one right there, right sitting right there, ready for that build tomorrow. Yeah, this is why I'm buying a super kill overkill motherboard. Planning on copying a Z798X built-in RAM fan on the Mobo. Oh, it has a built-in RAM fan. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. It's gonna be pretty cool. A lot of people are saying the 4090 is def going to be better. It's not worth the 2K compared to how cheap the XTX is. That's going to be a battle. I don't know yet. What do you guys think is going to be better? The Radeon graphics card that's coming out or the 4090? Just had my PC tuned. It's insane. Just had my PC tuned and it's an insane difference. Well worth it. Oh, thanks, Naps. Appreciate that. Where do you find the ISO file for gaming windows after you put it onto your USB? We make our own. Olson. There's not like actually like a gaming Windows Olson. Like you have to like create your own, or like you could find one online. But most of the stuff online is like pretty garbage. I built a PC with a 6600 XT and 5600X with a friend. He gets 150 to 170 FPS. It's actually really good. You guys optimize gaming laptops too? Yes, we do actually. Have you tried the AMD CPUs? I feel like you made an opinion about Intel before AMD came out with their CPUs. I think I think AMD came out first, right? No? Did AMD come out first? I think the AMD CPUs came out first. And we've had like AMD CPUs here, but like the Intel's faster, for sure, 100%. The AMD, you go with the AMD CPUs if you're looking for multi-core and like you're looking for like multi like workloads. How is this guy playing with one hand above his head? I'm not playing, dude. I'm spectating, dude. I'm just spectating. If my MSI Afterburner fans are 100, does it? If your MSI Afterburner fans are on 100, you shouldn't have it on 100. You should have it on like 90 if you want to run it that high. But hey, no hands now. I have a 2060. I have a 2060 Super, and I'm only getting 70 FPS. What am I doing wrong? It might depend on your CPU. Tate, what in the tarnation? That man Kibbs is a wizard. Yo, appreciate that, Naps. Yeah, Kibbs is disgusting. He's absolutely ridiculous. Well, you tried an Intel TwitchCon. I think that was before AMD came out with their CPUs. Well, you tried it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You remember that, Castillo? God damn. Um, the the Intel we tried at TwitchCon was a 13700K. It was pretty good, but the AMDs came out right after, and we had like that's actually like one of the first PCs that we built, and that thing was absolutely. It's very good if you're multi like tasking, but it's not really beneficial for gaming. Like AMD, like the 5800X 3D could be faster than the new AMD. Like that's when you know like something's off. Now AMD next generation, the 7950X 3D, if they come up with that, copping, automatic. 7900X 3D or whatever, I'm copping. Those things are fast, but right now, how it is, it's not like the best. What speeds should fans be? Uh, I put all my fans at max to be honest, but not my GPU fans. My GPU fans, like, I just leave it on automatic. Did you see the new LG OLED 240 monitor that came out? I'm trying to decide whether or not it would be better than the 1440p Asus as a Apex Pro Legend player. I don't even know what OLED does, but seems like everybody's saying it's insane. No, OLED is pretty insane. It's a better looking image. It's like faster from what I believe, and it's just overall better. Like it's definitely better. LG kills. Like they are killing it when it comes to monitors and when it comes to displays. Like absolutely killing it. I need to reinstall my driver every time I boot up my computer. My FPS drops significantly in Modern Warfare 2. Any ideas? I would DDU your drivers for sure, boss. Or check your temperatures. My boy just showed me his trees and they look so weird. 5900X versus 5800X 3D. The 5800X 3D wins. The 5800X 3D, like I don't even want to say it, but it's like the fastest AMD. Yes, like an old AMD CPU is the fastest. Like it's literally the 5800X 3D can keep up with a 1300K. It can keep up. It can be faster. Like that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like literally, like that's the fastest AMD CPU. At work now. I'm now hearing your reply from when I commented before, but in ATL, Micro Centers don't have any 4090s. It's literally been checked every week. It's crazy. Wow, are the 4090s hard to get? Like, are you guys having trouble getting 4090s? I have an Intel 12th gen. I got an Asus 3080 Ti. Oh, that's actually really good, Daniel. That's really good. What's a good DDR4 kit? 3600 megahertz, CL14, 14, 14. Let me actually, you know what? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to link it. Now, if you see, now guys, do not get scammed. Please, I've linked this before to people. When I've linked this, they saw a RAM kit that looked exactly the same and the same speed. It is not the same if it's cheaper, guys. Trust me. You will get scammed. If you're getting the RAM kit, DDR4, get that exact one. Do not get anything else. Anything else. 250 lows FPS before last update, and now I'm getting 200 lows. Any shot that you have updated YouTube settings coming? Oh, yes, SB, for sure. Like, we were just talking, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a video on like Warzone and like how to boost FPS. He's gonna pull out the whiteboard. Bro, I got the whiteboard out there if you guys want me to pull it out. Question, I have my fan max speed, but I also have my max GPU fans. Okay. I also max my GPU fans. How come you don't? Is it bad? No, it's not that it's bad. It's just that I don't want to decrease the life of the fans of the GPU. Especially if it's a 4090, right? If you're on a 4090, probably not worth it. Probably not worth it. Did you use in-game benchmarks before, and where do I find it? Did you use in-game benchmarks before, and if so, where do I find it? I can show you guys real quick if you want. Yeah, you guys get the gist. Like 300 FPS, like this. You guys get the gist. All right, so you would go to Modern Warfare. You have to have the game. Then you would go over to multiplayer benchmarks, and then you just press start, and that's it. You're good. How is DLSS? I came to talk. DLSS is pretty good. Now DLSS, you have to be careful, right? Let me pull out the notepad. So you guys get, for everybody that stayed, you guys are about to get the sauce. I just wanted to show you guys like what DDR4 is still capable of, because everybody's hyping up DDR5. DDR5 is like faster, but like goddamn, you could still get like, you guys just saw on 1440p, no upscaling. Like this PC is faster than like 99% of DDR5 PCs. Like it's crazy. So DDR4 can still get there, like if it's like tuned correctly, right? However, let me get out the notepad, right? DLSS. So we're gonna go through that. Anything that you guys want to talk about, we're gonna take a 2-minute break here. Anything that you guys want to talk about, do not. My rule for this, guys, is this. It can't be a question like, oh, like what FPS should I be getting? It has to be a question like how does GPU drivers affect FPS? Something like that. Or like what does DLS do? Can you explain DLSS? Can you explain why do you have to DDU your GPU driver? Like a question like that is like what I'm gonna be answering. I'm not gonna be answering the specific questions anymore, guys, because we're getting into the sauce here, right? So I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes. Put any kind of questions that you have on the chat. It cannot be a general question that only relates to you. The rule is that the question has to provide value to almost everybody in the chat. That's the rule. So I'll be right back, and you guys ask any questions that you guys have. Boys. Another one. Boop. This is going in the builder. Should I unbox it? Should I unbox it? Holy moly. We're unboxing it, bro. We're unboxing it. Screw it. Full send. Full send. Wish I had like a desk. Here we go, guys. You guys ready? You guys ready? Okay. A mouse pad? Okay. Okay. So, this is a little bit different, guys. This is a little bit different. Ooh. So this is actually a little bit smaller than the other ones, right? But then check this out. Check this out here. Then you have this. Oh, baby. This is going in a PC tomorrow. This is going into a PC tomorrow. For sure. 100%. Let me show you guys. Hold on. Guys. Look at this. This is going into a PC tomorrow. For sure, 100%. It's happening. It's happening. It's thick. Super thick. Cornell, I had a serious, legit question for you, so I don't know if stream chat is better or Twitter DMs is better. Yeah, Twitter DMs is better. Guys, I forgot. Oh my God. Guys, we forgot. I don't know how we have like these viewers, but like I forgot to post that we're doing testing. Wow. How did you guys get a notification on this? I totally forgot to post. Wow. Wow. That's an L. That is a huge L. That is a huge L. Huge L, boys. We'll never get partnered like this. Ever. We're never going to get partnered like this. Let's do this. We're chopped. All right, so let's see. I'm going to scroll up on the questions. All right, so I'm going to catch up on the questions here. If you're just tuning in, I'm so sorry. I forgot to let you guys know. But if you're just tuning in, go ahead and post any question that you have that will provide value to everybody in the chat. It can't be too specific, like what kind of FPS am I getting on a 1200K 3080 Ti. It has to be like what is the effects of GPU drivers, like how to properly install like my GPU driver for like the max FPS. Like what is like is Warzone like CPU bounded or GPU bounded? Like stuff like that will like help everybody and help the whole group. We can't answer like specific questions at this time. I apologize, you guys missed it, but we'll do that next time. But if you have any questions, this is the last chance. Just put it in the chat and we got you. But right now, I'm just gonna go through real quick and just get all these good questions here so we can answer all of them. What's the settings that makes the trees look groovy? Like I'm tripping on. Oh, this guy's hilarious. I need to reinstall my drivers every time I reboot my computer. I need to reinstall my drivers every time I reboot my computer. That is a problem, Jansen. My boy just showed his trees and they look so. OLED is nice. How do I get this FPS? Okay. SenseQuality.com. I'm just kidding. You think having an OLED is more valuable than an extra 120 hertz? It depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a good looking game, then OLED is like the best kind of like display possible. If you're looking for like if you're like a professional player, competitive player, then you want that extra 120 hertz. I'm potentially going for the OLED. I just like a good looking display. What amp you got for a DT990 Pro? I currently have, I don't have an, I actually have a Rodecaster Pro 2, and it could like power it completely fine. I love it. All right. I'm just going through all the questions here, guys. My bad. I came into your talk talking about DDR4 kit, so I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that kit for you there. Can you help me get 250 FPS on Warzone? Earth, yeah, but it takes a lot to get 250 FPS in this game. How does this kit compare to the kit that you talked about a while ago on Twitter? So the kit that I linked is basically it has more gigabits, right? The Alloy is the best bang for your buck. The kit that I linked is just more storage and like more memory in general. So the kit that I just linked is actually better than Alloy. I was able to easily skip forward and reverse with the whiteboard. Running 4090. Okay, should I switch to a 5900X DDR4 kit? No, if you're running a 7950X DDR5, you're good. Like, you don't have to switch to anything. I would just get that tuned, to be honest, gaming, if you haven't. Make sure you get the right kit with the right timings. Why is everybody online saying that 3080 is a bad card? So that's actually a good question. We're going to talk about that one. 4080. Is it worth it? I need questions like that, guys. I need questions like that in the chat. Okay, don't use multiplayer so I don't get the benchmark, I guess. Thanks. That RAM isn't cheap. I'm trying to buy DDR5 if it's a brand new PC. Yeah, that's fine, Castillo. Will you ever do an Ethernet settings video? Yeah, I can, but it's not going to make a huge difference. Do I risk buying a 4080 if there's no return policy on Newegg? Yes, you do. Don't do that if there's no return policy. Newegg likes to do that. I never buy, like, if Newegg ever says you cannot return this, I never buy that item from Newegg. That's just how I am, guys. Like, you always want, because Newegg just messes up way too much times to, like, have that, like, policy. Like, then buy it from Amazon if you can. Windows 11 is a necessity for 1300K processors. So we'll talk about Windows 11 and Intel. Okay, so we'll talk about that. Does Windows 10 updates matter to FPS? How does Windows updates affect FPS? That's a good question right there. Does the kit you linked right now compare to the Below you talked about a while ago? To be honest, I'm not here for the computer sauce. I need the music sauce. Where do you find these songs? This is honestly, I think Epidemic. Like I just bought this for you guys so you guys can listen to the background. Just because it just makes like the stream like a little more smooth. You know what I mean? Because I'm not trying to get DMCA'd on YouTube. Does the RAM help with the CPU bottleneck? Yes, it does. RAM help. So boom. What's DDU driver? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm like trying to catch up to chat and ask any questions you have now because we have a lot of slots to go to. This is actually a lot. But I'm chilling with you. I was getting ready to play with some Warzone. I worked from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Yo, Castilla, go enjoy yourself, boss. You can watch this later on YouTube if you want to. You should send me one of those 4090s for free. Oh yeah, Imagine Cam. I should do a giveaway. Should I do a giveaway, guys? I had a serious legit question. But I love your videos. You get mentioned by the pros all the time. I appreciate that, Castillo. More like for him instance quality based. Yeah, the email is good too. Yo, Smash, I appreciate you like modding the chat, brother. I appreciate you. That's MSI, Castillo. Hey, Cornell, is it risky to buy a 4080 off Newegg? Yes. What is more important to upgrade, GPU or CPU, or if they're both mediocre? Okay, so we could go through that. Yo, you got me blocked on Twitter, fam. I wanted a PC optimization. Just put your ad in the chat and I'll like look through it, boss. Let's see. No, I was just on YouTube. You were live because I'm subbed. You're the GOAT, Castillo. Gaming, sometimes it does that, boss. Sometimes it does that. I love that you admitted that you forgot to tweet out. Yeah, like it's a huge out, dude. Like, oh my god. We can call the last 1 hour and 40 minutes the secret sauce pre-stream. Oh, for sure. Early bird special. Eris Il Papa. Go figure out what that means. What does that mean, guys? What does that mean? It's sent to the DM. Why don't you sell GPU and CPU optimization separately? Because that's only one part of the equation. Like, we're not trying to sell like if I wanted to get like all your money and stuff like that, I would sell those separately. Like, I'm trying to provide people with like the best experience possible where like we're not missing anything, right? Like, you don't want like just we could do your CPU and GPU, but then like what happens at like if your Windows update or something like that, right? Like, you want like the full thing. Like, you never want like just a piece of it, because then you're gonna be thinking in the back of your head, this is how I think, like, oh man, I should have got like that other piece, now I gotta buy it again. You see what I'm saying? How many frames should I get? Oh, I'm not sure, Crisis. I feel like the Ethernet setup will help everything. What impacts bullet registration the most? That's a good question right there. All right, because my CPU is bottleneck. What is the difference between? Why would the newest BIOS update for the 12 on the DDR4 cause my GPU RAM not to run the same? You gotta enable XMP again, probably nasty. Why would should I change the cable for my 4090? Yes, you should get the new like cable mod cables. What are the best graphic settings for 2060? How do I feel? Should you update your BIOS? That's a good question right there. Benchmark for tell me if you can ship PC to Greece, brother, please. Yo, DM us Extinct. We'll see if we can. $100 per ticket. Oh my god, there's a lot of questions. Looking forward to the 7900 XT. Yes, I am looking forward to the AMD GPUs. Can we get a video with like a 3080 and a Ryzen 9 on Modern Warfare 2 after being optimized by you? If you check our Sense of Quality Twitter, guys, like if you want like if you don't want to see like the best of the best like kind of like stuff used, our Twitter has like back to back reviews of before and afters, like regarding different kind of like PCs, right? So I would check like the Sense Quality Twitter for that, because it has all of that, like for sure. Dre, that's weird. That is really weird. Oh my god, this song is fire, guys. I gotta run that back. That's low key the jams. God dang. That's low key the jams. Alright, I remember seeing that. Let's see. Have you tried Hydra for one Usmans? Yes, I'm a little skeptical of it just because they did say like there was something wrong with the voltages on that. So I gotta just try it again, but we don't generally like use that. The bottleneck benchmark thing seems like BS. My 3070 and 5600X are a perfect pair. It's not BS, you just gotta understand it, like in general, Meeks. Drake, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Ideal render counts. Is it worth it to disable integrated graphics? Yes, it is. Alright, I think I caught up. I caught up. I caught up, boys. Finally. Holy. Woo! That was intense. Oh, that's a really good question. All right. I think we have everything, guys. I think we have everything. It's good, Steven. All right, we're about to go through the sauce. Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm doing. What am I doing? You guys couldn't even see what I'm doing. All right, let's do this. Let's go through the sauce, boys. All right. Get out the notepads. Get out the notepads. Here we go. So this is all the questions that we got today. Now let's answer the first one. DLSS. With DLSS, guys, this is for if you are extremely GPU bottlenecked, right? Low FPS. I mean like under 100 FPS, right? That's when you generally use DLSS. DLSS or FSR 1.0. Like, you don't want to use it if you don't want to use DLSS if you don't have to, right? Let me know if this is like too small for you guys to read. Let me know. Is there a way to make Notepad black? So, extremely GPU bottlenecked, and you only really use these if you're like under 100 FPS. Because the benefit, the pro, is that increases FPS, but the con is it could increase input latency. So is it really worth, because FPS is not everything, like input latency is everything, right? The time that you see like an enemy and you could shoot is like what you're really going for, right? Is it really worth increasing your FPS if it increases your input latency? In my opinion, no, it's not, right? Unless you're like playing like a single player game, it's really intensive, or like unless you're playing like Flight Simulator and you're only getting 80 FPS, but you want like 200 FPS on Flight Simulator, that's when you use DLSS. You don't use DLSS for like if you're getting like 240 FPS and you want 280 FPS. That's not what you use it for. You could actually be doing a detriment like to your like actual input latency or input delay, right? You want to decrease your input delay in general, and this is not what you do. But if you have an unplayable game, right, that's when you use DLSS, right? You guys get what I'm saying? Dark mode on Windows. I have dark mode on. What do you mean? Down bad, guys. All right. Next. Is the 4080 worth it? Is the 4080 worth it? The 4080 is like around 1200, I believe. Oh, let me move that out of the way. 4080 equals around 1200. 4090 equals around 1700. In my opinion, I would get the 4090. The 4090 equals the 3080 of last gen, right? It's the flagship. It's a flagship GPU, right? Remember how last gen everybody was going for like a 3080? Because that was a flagship, and the 3090 of last gen, it was just like a little bit more faster. The 4090 this gen is pretty fast. It's a big chunk, right? So in my opinion, if you're gonna upgrade, I would get a 4090. Just save up and get a 4090. This is a huge upgrade, right? If you're within this budget range, then and you can't go higher, then that's when I would get a 4080, right? It's not a big deal. You don't have to spend this much money, right? But if you're gonna get a 4080, please look out for the new. I would get it after you see the pricing and you see the performance of the new Radeon graphics card, the AMD graphics cards, right? And if AMD graphics cards don't have any stuttering, doesn't have any weird driver issues or anything like that, then I would compare that and see which one is best for you, right? So that's what I would personally do if I was in this situation. Now, Windows 11 and Intel. I'm going to put like markers like between these. Let's do this. Right? Windows 11 and Intel. Let's do this real quick. Everybody is saying that you need Windows 11 for like the new 12th and 13th gen, right? The reason why everybody's saying that is because eCores are used better on Windows 11, right? So like the task scheduler is more efficient with the E-cores, but E-cores doesn't provide like a huge impact to your gaming. Like honestly guys, like the game doesn't care about your E-cores. It doesn't want that. It wants to use your P-cores. What are E-cores? E-cores are efficiency cores. So they're not really like they're not really real cores, right? P-cores are performance cores. These are the cores that matter, right? So unless like, I mean, like if you're gaming and like you're streaming on the same PC, maybe E-cores are gonna make a little bit of a difference. However, it doesn't make that much of a difference. P-cores are like 90% of your overall performance on that PC, right? So for example, like a 13900K, like they tell you it has like a whole bunch of like it's like 24 cores, right? But in reality, it's just 8 performance cores. And it's like 16, I believe, E-cores. So, I mean, this is basically like a marketing thing from Intel, guys. Like, it's not like this does not matter for gaming. For gaming, if I'm looking at a 13900K, it has 8 cores, okay? Like, it does not have 24 cores, guys. This is like a marketing thing. It has 8 cores, guys. Like, this is all the game uses. The game hates. Games hate E-cores, right? So on Windows 11, the E-cores run better. So if you're going to use E-cores, that's when you run Windows 11, right? However, on Windows 10, like if you benchmark Windows 10 versus Windows 11, Windows 10 will most of the time perform better than Windows 11 because it just puts the game on the fastest cores and calls it a day. Like that's how most games work. So that's why like that's why everybody's saying, oh, you need Windows 11, right? For like the new Intel CPUs. However, in reality, guys, like when it comes to your games, you don't need Windows 11. Like no, you don't. This is just like a whole like marketing thing, right? It's just like a thing from Windows and Intel, so you could just upgrade to like their new stuff. But in reality, you don't need either, right? So that's gonna be perfectly fine right there. So in the future, when you're checking Intels, you want to make sure to check how much performance cores it has. Don't disregard the E-cores. Just throw them away. Just throw them away. It doesn't matter. It's about how much performance cores you have, right? So that answers that. Does Windows updates affect FPS? This is what we do. I'm gonna let you into the secret sauce, right? I'm gonna let you in a little secret sauce. Secret sauce right here. Oh, Tibbles, request my PayPal. Please request that. And I'll pay that right now. Sorry about that. I'm gonna let you guys in a secret sauce here. Okay? Like, you always want to delay updates. You want to delay updates by around 2 weeks. This is what like this is like IT like 101, right? This is what like everybody does in like the general IT world. Why do they delay updates from 1 to 2 weeks? I know that you guys had this before, right? You get on your PC, it's working perfectly fine. The next day, you get on your PC and it's completely weirded out. Everything's messed up. Your settings reset. Everything's acting wonky, right? And that's most of the time because your PC's updating to a Windows that is unstable or it has like a whole bunch of bugs in it. And the way to defer that is by delaying your updates or pausing your updates for at least 2 weeks, right? And by the 2 week time span, they're going to figure out all the bugs and they're going to get that fixed. And that's when it's safe to update. You never want to update when it just comes out. This is like secret sauce, like 101, like sips tea. A lot of people don't know this. You guys have this now. Do not upgrade Windows when it just comes out. Give it 2 weeks, pause your updates, and that's it. That's what I usually do for my PCs. That's why my PCs don't like give like issues like that. And that's what I suggest doing for yours. This helps tremendously, guys. If you want to stop waking up and you want to stop being like, yo, like, why is my PC messing up like every like time I get on it, then this is the way you do it right here. This is how you do it. Let me see. Does RAM help in terms of FPS? Does RAM help in terms of FPS? And let's like pull this down a little bit, right? Let me pull this down right here. And I'm going to put all these notes in my Discord, guys. So if you guys aren't a part of the Discord, just press exclamation point Discord and you should have it here. So does RAM help in terms of FPS here? Tremendously. Well, it depends. What game? In terms of Warzone and like COD, RAM is like essential. Like RAM could either make or break your FPS, right? So what RAM does, like all you have to think about, like when it comes to RAM or cache or anything like that, is when you're gaming, games need the lowest latency possible, because when you're like an enemy jumps in front of you and stuff like that, right? It's gonna go out and it's gonna like try to retrieve like any kind of data that it can and process it as fast as possible. RAM helps with this, right? And your game uses a lot of RAM. So that's why you want your RAM to be the fastest possible. And the fastest RAM, DDR4, 3600 megahertz, CL 14, 14, 14, or CL 14, 15, 15, and DDR5, 7200 or 7600 megahertz. ADI RAM. Boom. Right there. Boom. You want the fastest possible? These two right here. These two right here. That's it. These are the fastest possible. Now it's going to get faster with DDR5. We're still in the beginning stages of it, so stay tuned for that. But be careful when you're buying DDR5, right? Like if you're not capable of running 7600, then don't buy it, right? A lot of systems aren't capable of it. But RAM is like a secret sauce to FPS. Like you need everything fast when you game, guys, especially on Warzone. Warzone needs your RAM, your GPU, and your CPU to be fast. Like your whole PC has to be fast. Bullet registration, what impacts it? Okay. Buffer impacts it. So like devices in your household, and this is huge. You guys ready for this? Any kind of cameras, anything that uses upload, right? Let's continue. Streaming impacts it a lot. There's a lot, honestly. Like your phone updating automatically. There's a lot that honestly impacts it, right? Like bullet registration's a difficult, I have to make like a separate video on this, right? This could go deep. This is like what we specialize in, like for the most part. And a lot of things that you take for granted can impact your bullet registration. For example, like I have Ring cameras, right? Like where I live, I have Ring cameras. And those Ring cameras adds delay because they take up, so they're like recording, they're saving stuff to like the cloud and stuff like that. So they're using my upload. Anything that uses upload, anything that uses a substantial amount of upload affects your bullet registration. So if you're if you're not like if your enemy is not dying like very fast, it's probably because like a lot of stuff is like on your like just using your upload, right? And that could be Google Drive, like on your PC, like uploading your new YouTube video or something like that. It could be a lot of stuff. Like we've seen a lot of stuff like honestly affect bullet registration, and you definitely have to like go through like your whole internet just to make sure like it's sorted, right? So like if you want like the best bullet registration possible, like just like an easy way to like just get it better, you want to make sure that not a lot of stuff is like using your upload, right? So like your upload, like what do I mean by not a lot of stuff using your upload? So think of like upload, like sending things out, right? So like example, streaming, uploading to Drive or cloud, like something like that, like cameras, right? Download is taking things in. So like what's a good example? Downloading a game, you're taking that in from a server, etc. Like stuff like that, right? So you get the gist. So like sending things out, because if you think about it, you're sending your bullets out. Your bullet registration is getting sent out to a server. So anything between that and the server is going to affect your bullet registration. So that's how you think of it from a very, very basic level, right? So if you want to increase your bullet registration, you want to get rid of whatever's between your bullet registration or like your signal in the server. And that could be cameras, Google Drive, like Windows updates, like automatically. It could be a ton of stuff. They could be using it. So that's what I would suggest. Should you update your BIOS? If you are tuned, do not update, right? Like don't update that. But if you aren't tuned, you generally should update your BIOS like every couple of months. It's not a huge deal to update your BIOS, right? Unless like there's a major update that comes out. But like you generally don't have to update your BIOS like way too often. You don't have to do every BIOS update. Like I generally update my BIOS like every 1 to 2 months or 1 to 3 months. And like my PCs perform perfectly fine. The key is you don't want to be changing a lot of stuff on your PC. Like you want it consistent, right? So you don't want to be changing like a whole bunch of BIOSes like every update and stuff like that. And when you update your BIOS, you lose your BIOS settings. So be aware of that. But updating your BIOS is never like a bad thing. All right, so there's another one. This is another one here. At what speed does DDR5 become equal or better than DDR4? This is a great question. So we've tested DDR5 and we've tested DDR4. Let me actually run a benchmark real quick. This DDR4, I believe, is 4133 megahertz. No, actually, we're running 4000 megahertz. CL15. DDR5 to get equivalent, and this is why DDR5 is insane, guys. This is why this like PC is getting like so much FPS. Because to get the same equivalence on DDR5, you need 7400 megahertz, no 7600 megahertz, CL34. Yeah, that's how much you need. So if you want, so it's basically you need double to get the same speeds, right? So if you want the same exact performance as this DDR4, you're gonna need 7600 CL34 DDR5, and this is like tuned DDR5. Like stock is not gonna get the same performance as this. DDR5 is a weird one, right? Because out the box, you can get DDR4 that is faster than DDR5, hands down. Most DDR4 kits like that are really fast are still faster than like 80% of DDR5 kits, right? If it's BDI, Samsung. However, you can make DDR5 faster if you know what you're doing. The thing is, most people don't know what they're doing on DDR5, so they can't make it faster. So if you go check my FPS from like this YouTube video, like after we're done with it, or if you go scroll back, right? And you go check like someone with a 4090 DDR5 like PC, like with 7600 RAM and stuff, you're gonna see that this PC outperforms their 7600. And it's because this is tuned. This is where tuning comes in, guys, and where it like tips the board kind of, because it allows for like that extra performance. So like when I max out DDR5, this is like the maxed out DDR5. This equals this. I mean, this is the maxed out DDR4. This equals 7600 CL34 DDR5, right? So I hope that's like helpful. So it's like almost like, just think of it as double. You need double like the performance. Let me see. Oh yeah, so we already have this one. So yeah, guys, we went through that quick. Went through that real quick. I've been doing my homework, boys. I'm doing my homework. Dude's not even watching the comments, whatever. Whenever you see this, don't be on just Warzone. Branch out on many games. You would catch more people and it wouldn't hurt at all to do. Oh yeah, for sure, Paper Money. Like, we're like, to be honest, Paper Money, like, it's a lot of work. Like, to be honest, like, I need more. I probably need to either like just grind. I honestly have to grind. Like, we're already on a grind to perfect stuff. Like, our problem is like with Sense Quality is that we like to perfect stuff, right? We don't just like to give you guys like okay or like basic results, right? We like to have the perfect results. However, from doing that, I've realized that like our optimizations and all that stuff, like it helps other games too. Like, if I just put on Halo or some other game, the performance is going to be crazy. It's going to be absolutely insane. But I do have to put in the work in other games. I 100% agree. 100% agree. Yo, Tibbles, I'm definitely down. I'm definitely down for that plan, boss. How can I get... And everything that I'm saying, guys, here, everything that I'm saying here is related to all games. It's not just Warzone. It's all games. Every single game. Is the difference between... Well, if you have 16 gigabytes versus 32, you always want... 32 gigabytes is like the perfect memory. Like, that's like the perfect amount. You don't want like too much, but like 32 is like just enough. It's like the best bang for your buck and it's the best performance. 16 is a little bit low, but it's still workable. However, 32 is definitely just as good. What do you recommend for low-end PCs for or mid-range to get a better performance? Just quick advice. For low-end PCs or mid-range PCs. Right? What are the steps that I recommend? First, clean up Windows, right? Second, low to mid-range PCs. You want to probably like overclock components. Third, you want to make sure drivers are up to date. Fourth, you want to remove any kind of overlay or program that is running right in the background. And number 5, you want to focus on cooling. Right? Cooling is key. Like, people overlook cooling. Like, without cooling, guys, I can't do this kind of FPS, right? Like, I can't get as much FPS that I do now, right? Cooling is absolute key to everything, right? If without cooling, like, your PC will basically thermal throttle and reduce in performance. And this happens to a lot. This is so common. This is very much common on low-end builds and laptops. Why? Why is it so common on low-end builds or mid-range builds and laptops? Because it's like this. You're going to buy a PC. The only two things that you probably know, and the only like real question that I was asked like today was about pretty much like GPUs, right? That was like the most like popular question. So like the general user, like if you don't know this channel, like you're going to buy a PC, you're going to look at the CPU and the GPU because that's what all the YouTube like tech reviewers are telling you. That's like the most important thing, right? So you're going to buy a PC off of the CPU, GPU. You see one that's extremely cheap. It's an Alienware. It's so much cheaper than like a custom built one that you can get like from us, for example, right? And you're like, oh yeah, like let me get the alien. It's like the same thing, right? Well, come to find out, and this happens all the time, it's not the same thing. Because what PC manufacturers do, they provide you a great CPU and GPU, and then every other part is mid. Because you don't know about cooling, you don't know about RAM, you don't know about how fast your SSD is, you don't know about power supplies, you don't know about any of that stuff. So what other PC manufacturers do is they're trying to, what PC manufacturers like main goal is to make their margins, right? They're a business, they have to make money. Most of the money that PC manufacturers make isn't off of their labor. It's not their labor, right? It's based off, most of them make their money off of the difference in margin from what you pay for like a 4090 and what they buy the 4090 for. That's why you're gonna see like a lot of like no labor fees, right? Like I think you guys see that already, like no labor deals, like Black Friday, like, right? Like no labor deals, but they're still making their money, right? They're still making their money because they're still making the money off of the CPU, GPU, and everything else. They're kind of like the middleman. And they know that you're not going to check like the cooler, right? You're not going to check like the RAM that they're using. They're not going to give you like good RAM like A die DDR5 or Samsung B die or CL141414. They're 99% of the time they're not going to give you that, because most gamers don't know what that is. They don't know the importance of it. And that's like why I have my channel, to like display the importance of this stuff to you guys. So the next time you do buy a PC, like you might have like got it from like a PC like manufacturer now, which is cool. But the next time you do buy a PC, you are informed. And that's what this channel is like mostly about, right? So like this is huge. This is why like most of the low end builds don't get as much FPS. This is why you get less FPS than like a PS4 or a PS5, like with low end builds, because they finesse you on every single way other than the CPU and GPU, and it's bad. But yeah, the number one thing would be build your own PC. That's it. So, problem solved. Let's see. What GPU should I go buy? What do I mean tuned? Tuning is really complicated to explain. So I mean like just maxing out like all of your like your components and like Windows and stuff like that. So that's like what we do. That's what we do on our end. So like we're not like a PC building company, guys. Like we're like more of like a tuning company. Like, you know how cars, there's like car manufacturers, but then there's like car tuners. Like we're more of like the tuners that make sure that your car is getting like the most performance. Hey, the GameStop has 4080s in stock. They have a return policy as well. Is it a good deal? Yes. If they have a return policy, that's a good deal. I don't have the money for a CL141414, but I have CL191919. Is that still good? That's a little bit high, Softy. What latency for BDI RAM? You can't really tell. Like, it's really, as long as you follow the guide that I provided, you should be good. Should be good. Let's see here. Are you using Windows 11 on your 1300K? No. So I'm on a 1300K right now, and this is Windows 10. Could you talk about SSDs? Is it important to have two, one for gaming or one for Windows? No, it's not really. Nah, it's not that deep. So you can have like one SSD and you're perfectly fine. You don't have to have two SSDs to pull off of. Like you're perfectly fine. You don't need to. I have a 9900K. Do I scrap it and get a new build, or just get parts and still use it? So if your PC is more than 2 years old, I generally tell people to scrap it and just build a new build. Just build a new one and just use that PC as a streaming PC. Would going DDR5 today, say 7200 megahertz, be future proof for games in like 2 to 4 years? or would the best DDR5 kit be the same in 2 to 4 years? Would going Okay, so that's a good question. So Reed's asked if you go DDR5 today, right? Would it be future proof like in 2 to 4 years? And would like DDR5 be future proof as well? That's a good question. So basically, it would be the same exact kind of future proof, because if you're on an Intel, if you're on 7200 megahertz, that means that you're on an Intel build, right? Intel changes their like CPUs every year or every 2 years, every 2 CPU cycles, right? If they're changing every 2 CPU cycles, then no matter what, you're gonna have to upgrade anyway. If you do upgrade to a new Intel cycle, the 7200 might work, but by the time that new cycle comes out, you might be looking at like 8500 megahertz or like 10,000 megahertz, right? So basically, they're generally the same reads. Like everybody's hyping up DDR5 right now, but it's still in its infancy, and DDR5 is not as fast as you think. Like it's DDR4 is still goddamn fast, guys. It's still fast, like pretty fast. You guys seen it yourself. How often do you format Windows? Well, with with our version of like gaming Windows that we've like derived, we don't have to format Windows ever. Now, if you have like a regular Windows, I would format it every like year if you want. Like, it's not a huge deal to do that. As long as you keep your PC clean, guys, like you're fine. You're perfectly fine. So somebody is asking if they can use DDR4 in a 1300K. Yes, you can. You have to get the right motherboard. You have to get a DDR4 motherboard. I recommend an MSI A Pro, right? Z690, Z790, DDR4. But if you get that, you could use your DDR4 for your 1300K. You're over 300 FPS. Oh yeah, Guru. Yeah, easily, boss. And this is on DDR4, Guru. It's going to be more on DDR5 when we test it tomorrow. Yo, Cornell or chat. I have, let's see. 2 equals cheats, imagine. Are you going to test DDR4 over 8,000? Some DIMMs. Are you going to test DDR5 over 8,000? Some 2DIMM boards have reported getting over 8. Yes, so I'm going to try to get it over 8,000. It's honestly what's the most stable and what's the fastest. I'm not looking for like the highest megahertz. I'm looking for like the fastest. So if 8's the fastest, then that's perfectly fine. Games have a lot more trouble using that high of like megahertz, though. It's like really hard. So we'll see like what we can do with that. Right now we had the highest that we've ever been up to is 8,000 megahertz. What's the best way to max out and get the lowest latency, in-game latency possible? What is the best way to get the lowest input in-game latency possible? Well, you have a few options. You have a few options in-game latency. Reducing it. Right? So you have a few options here. You have a few options. Number one, NVIDIA Reflex. Low latency. You can use that, right? Use lower settings. So a lot of people, like, they're maxing out all their settings and stuff like that, not realizing that you can be increasing your latency by using like higher tier settings or higher settings in general. When if you're using lower settings, you're getting a lower latency and you're getting more FPS, which equals like lower like input latency in general, right? Not all the time, but most of the time. Do not use any kind of upscaling, right? Because upscaling, like what that does is it's taking AI and computation, it's using computation to get you more FPS, but it's not lowering your latency in general, right? So it's increasing your FPS, but it's not lowering your latency. You don't want to use any kind of upscaling unless it's a fidelity cast, right? What else? Using the right those three are about it. Oh yeah, RAM. Fast RAM. So we went over that above. So like if you have fast RAM, it actually reduces your latency by a ton. So if that's like where RAM comes in, right? RAM and cache is like essential to latency. So the faster your RAM, the less like in-game latency that you have. Can you install an already used SSD into a new build when running the BIOS? I wouldn't. I would probably wipe that SSD. You could install it, but I would wipe it for sure. I've had... So guys, if you are on a 99% or a 90% GPU bottleneck, most of the time that's just because your settings are like pretty high. That's like perfectly fine. Like the number one way to reduce like your GPU bottleneck is by lowering your settings. Like that's all you have to do. But it's not a bad thing if you're like GPU bounded, guys. Like if you have really high settings, like that's fine. If you're on 90%, that's perfectly fine. 100% fine. You don't need 50%. It'll be nice to have it, but you don't need it. 99% GPU bottleneck is fine. Even though I would just buy like a faster GPU or overclock your GPU. So DDR5 is just a waste of money if all you're doing is gaming, even if you want pretty much the best. No, DDR5 is not a waste of money. No. So basically DDR5 is not a waste of money. DDR5, if you're getting a DDR5 build, that's just because like if you're getting a maxed out DDR5 build, you pretty much just want it. It's only worth it if you're just getting the best of the best, right? If you're getting like the 13900K, like the best CPU, best GPU, best everything, that's when DDR5 can be worth it because you're going to squeeze a little more FPS out than DDR4. However, if you're not getting the best of the best, like let's say I was getting a 13600K, for example, right? Then I would potentially go with DDR4 and I could still make it as fast as this. Yeah, like if you're not getting like the top notch stuff on DDR5, then you're pretty much wasting money. I agree. Cost to performance ratio is not worth it on DDR5. Yeah, pretty much, Delta. AMD, Windows 10 or Windows 11. AMDs should be on Windows 10 because Windows 11 has a glitch with AMDs. A lot of people don't know this. If you're on AMD, you should be on Windows 10. You should not be on Windows 11 at all. It has a glitch. You don't want to be on Windows 11, for sure. Realistically, what temps should I be getting with a Corsair 360 millimeters? AIO. Oh, give me 1 second, guys. What temp should I be getting with a 360 millimeter AIO? Stock voltage and settings. You should be getting like in game. It varies, but like if you're like running like a stress test, it can go up to like 80-90 degrees. The 1300K gets really hot. Can a stable RAM OC cause errors on CPU OC? No. Would a PC tune lower frame times? Yeah, potentially. It really depends on like where you are in the map and like what's like getting rendered. But yeah, it should potentially like lower that. You think I should wait? I should wait on upgrading. I feel like I kind of should. Yeah, if you feel like you have to wait on upgrading, guys, then definitely wait. There's no rush, guys. Like you don't have to upgrade like right away just because I'm saying, oh, like you need like more like memory and stuff like that. There's no rush at all. Like just upgrade like when you feel comfortable upgrading. Like that's it. You know any way to stop disconnect from stream error? Usually that's just because your bitrate's going to 0. What you could do is reinstall OBS and just check to see like if your internet's disconnecting every couple of seconds. Is there any input lag benefits with keeping eCores on? No, there's not. Any tips on how to get rid of old laptops? In the desktop, Facebook Marketplace. Is there an NVIDIA driver that is more stable for Warzone 2 right now, or do they make changes to the game to fix that? I'm just crashing or deviating a lot. I'm on the latest driver. Honestly, like, it's not the NVIDIA driver, it's like actually the game. So like even I deviate, like, and I'm 100% stable, and I still deviate like 1 or 2 times a day. So like there's ways to decrease like the amount of deviators that you got, but like the game's just in a weird place right now where they just gotta fix it a little bit and make it more stable. So that should be perfectly fine. If you are on an AMD GPU, then no, Modern Warfare 2 GPU temps are not accurate. It shows you the hotspot. It doesn't show you your actual temperatures. Yo, what's good, Greener? Can you go a little more deep into Windows 10 versus Windows 11? Sure. Okay. So, Windows 11 is basically Windows 10 with an overlay on it. That's all it is. So on Windows 11, you need one extra button to get to the same place as you can on Windows 10. Right? So like, let's say like I go to graphic settings. I wouldn't see this right here. Oh, I had that off. I gotta try that one on. Like, what am I doing right now? Damn, we might get more FPS. Holy shit. Crap, I had that off. So basically, like to get to this setting, I would have to click an additional button to get to this setting, like change default graphics driver and stuff like that, right? And to be honest, like that's all Windows 11 is. Like it's Windows 10 wrapped up to look better for like new users. That's all it is. And to look better, that's gonna take more load, right? Most of the time, unless like you know how to like reduce like the load on like Windows, it's gonna generally take more load. And in general, it's just more like intensive like on your system than Windows 10. Is it really? Like it's not that much of a difference, guys. It's not as much of a difference that you guys think. But on AMD, like on Windows 11, there's just a lot of issues right now that haven't been resolved. For example, AMD issue on Windows 11. NVIDIA GPU debug issue, right? DWN issue. So there's a lot of issues going on right now, and what I generally like, guys, I just like to get on a game, right? If you just want to get on a game, you don't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for this, right? Ain't nobody got time for that. Like, all you gotta do is just get on a game on Windows 10. You don't gotta worry about that. On Windows 11, you gotta worry about all of these, right? There's always like something going on. I would just let them figure this stuff out, and then like when everything's all clear, that's when you update to Windows 11. For now, there's just way too much issues that I'm seeing that's happening, where it's just not worth it. It's just not worth like the headache or the trouble and stuff like that. Like you getting less FPS on an AMD GPU, like not worth it. You having to have FTPM on and like getting like 20% less performance on Windows 11, not worth it for security. Especially if it's a gaming PC. If it's like a work PC, then that's different. You having NVIDIA GPU bugs or like AMD GPU bugs, not worth it. Like you don't want to deal with all that, guys. You just want something to get up and work and just be as fast as possible. And Windows 11 is just having way too much of that, which is fine. This is not like any of like the developer's fault. Like this is just because it's like a new Windows. Like this happens it's just like having a new game, right? Like stuff like this happens. There is pros to Windows 11, like being able to play on full screen borderless, with having like the same amount of input delay and stuff. But to be honest, those pros aren't worth it. It's just not worth it, right? And that's just my opinion. Now, your opinion might be different. It might be different if you're like working, right? Or you're a developer and you need like Windows 11 for something, right? Then it might be different. But like if you're a gamer, like right now, from my perspective, from what I've seen, it's not worth it. Cornell, I just wanted to let you know that Zuma's desktop stream audio works perfectly again. Perfect, Aiden, perfect. I would turn GPU scheduler. I would turn on GPU scheduler, but I stream on OBS. Yeah, so DWN is like an issue on Windows, like on Windows 10 too. I think the newest driver fixed it. How do you go back from Windows 11 to Windows 10? So this is the thing, guys. If you're on Windows 11 and you want to keep all your stuff, like all your stuff on your PC, don't go back. It's not worth it, right? If you want to erase everything, and if you got like one of our like PC tunes, please don't do this, okay? But like if you want to erase everything and you want to go back to Windows 10, then I would get a USB, right? Here's what I would do. Hold on. I'll show you guys right now. Boom. Windows 10 USB install. Windows 10 USB install. Create a media for Windows 10. Windows 10 right there. Boom. Download that. So I would make a USB for Windows 10. Right? Go into BIOS by restarting and spamming delete, right? And then make the USB your boot drive. Now, what you're gonna do is delete all partitions on your current drives, right? And then what you're gonna do is install Windows 10. And that's how you install Windows 10. That's all you gotta do if you follow these steps right here. So like for example, create a Windows 10 installation media, right? I'll just download that, boom. And then you just open this, press yes. And you're gonna have to have a USB like formatted, ready to go, connected to your PC. And you would just pick one and it would basically create like a Windows 10 installation media and you would go from there. And that's how I would do it personally. So I would accept, boom, bang. And this is gonna take a minute, right? So create Windows installation media. Yep, use recommended. You can use an ISO file. I would just do the USB, like just call it a day. And you could click what USB that you want. So I don't want to do this, so I'm just gonna back out for now. But that's how you would do it, right? Should we use HAGs when we're GPU bottlenecked? I have a couple of PCs that all have better CPUs and GPUs and lose FPS on all of them. It really depends. So if your GPU bottleneck, I would have to test that. I'm not sure of that question. I would have to test that. And let me save these notes for you guys. Notes 1. What I'm going to do is put all these notes in my Discord, guys, so you guys have it, right? So, like, if you want all these notes, just go to my Discord. Or, like, you can just watch the stream back and, like, you should be good to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to restart this PC. I'm just going to test the FPS with just, like, hardware acceleration on. Because I didn't even know that was off. Like, that could make, like, a huge difference right there. So we can be getting even more FPS, which is crazy. So let me put the Discord in the chat here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, all the secret sauce is in the Discord, guys. The Discord's like actually ridiculous. Right now, what we're doing is if you're unsure about how much FPS that you're getting, we actually have a Modern Warfare 2 or like a game benchmark like channel. So like in that game benchmark channel, you can compare your FPS with others and see how it is. Which is like pretty crazy. Boom, that's the Discord right there. All right, so let's test the FPS here. Local tax, the GOAT. What the? Remind me in 3 days. All right, so now it's time to test. So you got to close out all this stuff. All this stuff See all this stuff running. I'm just like exiting out. Exiting out of that. Boom. And play. Cool. Is it easy to swap out a 3070 and a 4080? You're gonna need to see how much power cables that you need for the 4080. That's the only difference. But other than that, like, it's really easy. And you have to check if your power supply can handle it. Yours should handle it, Cameron, since I think you got your PC from us. So you should be able to swap out perfectly fine. It just depends how much power cables that you need for that 4080. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to do a benchmark. Boom. Cool. Nothing changed. So we are on 1440p. This right here. Yep. Boom. What's your Windows audio settings? I just have it set to just my like whatever I'm like listening to. Like for example, like I have a Rodecaster Pro 2, so I have it set to that. However, like if you're looking for a headset, I would go with a PC38X. Trust me, if you want to hear footsteps, everybody's getting Astros. Like nobody listens to me. And then when they get the headset, when they get the PC38X, they're like, bro, like I can hear everything now. Like it's crazy. Every time I tell somebody to get that and they get it finally, they're like, I should have got this earlier. The PC38X is like the best bang for your buck gaming headset out there. Unless you want to spend like $1,500. Cameron, you might have to. It just depends on how much like power cables you need. Is this a DDR4 build? Yes, it is. It is a DDR4 build. Is it worth it to replace a 3080 Ti to a 3090 Ti? Not really. The PC38X are unreal. Yeah, I'm telling you, like people aren't gonna understand, Logan, until they try it. I got them because of you, and they are amazing. I was wondering if I needed an app and DAC and a DAC and an amp. No, you don't. That's like the beauty of it, right? You don't need any of that stuff, which is crazy. Oh, I just never heard on here. You don't need any of that stuff. Like all you need is that like headset and that's it. And then if you like Greg from like Sense of Quality, like tune that thing, it is crazy. It is honestly, I might have Greg do that tonight for me. It's crazy, dude. It is insane. I got the dual shit amp DAC. It is nice with it. Yeah, it's not like amps and DACs. If you get it for that, it's gonna make it a little louder, so it's like a little bit better, but you don't need it. It's not like a necessity, which is perfect. Do the PC37X work the same? It's not as good. I heard like the PC37X is like pretty decent though. But the PC38X just works. It just, oh Lord. Like that's the one headset I regret like giving away. That is the one thing from my setup I wish I still had. The PC38X. Actually, let's just go into Warzone here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it here? There we are. There we are. Solos and start. Can I get any display cable, or is there a certain brand that I need? As long as your display cable is like, I believe it's Visa certified, you should be good. How much is the audio tune from you? Hopefully it's within my budget. Oh, that's on sensequality.com. Yeah, a lot of people are getting the audio tune now. Like that's like one of our most like, that's like one of our most popular stuff, like the audio tune. And I don't want to like advertise that because it's like so slept on. I don't want you guys like sound whoring me in game, dude. Like I get, listen, I know you guys are like the try hard lobby. Like I'm not trying to do all that. All right, so let's see the FPS with hardware acceleration on. So we saw the FPS with hardware acceleration off, which is like kind of mind blowing. I didn't even know it was off. But let's see how it is with it on. Oh, from loud explosions. Yeah, like so with the audio tune, like if you're like getting a headache and you're getting like the explosions are too loud and stuff, like it's all personalized. Like every single one of our stuff is personalized, right? So like what Greg would do in that case, what he did for me, because I was getting the same thing, is basically he would make sure that the game doesn't get to a certain point, right? Like in terms of like how loud it is. So I could hear footsteps louder, but it's not going to, if like there's an explosion or anything, it's not going to get too loud. You get what I'm saying? Does it matter what brand of 4080 to get? No, it doesn't matter what brand of 4080 to get. It doesn't matter what brand of 4090 to get. They're all the same. They're all the same. To be honest, the gigabytes are pretty good. From my testing, the gigabytes are like actually really good. Oh yeah, let me turn this back on. The pregame lobby, you can't really tell. The pregame lobby is actually like more intense this year than like the actual like game, which is like kind of crazy to think about. But I can't really tell from like the pregame lobby, like if it's better. We're about to find out. We gotta mess around and find out, boys. So again, guys, like for like people new here, this is 1440p. This is no upscaling, no anything. This is just fidelity cast. Show more. God dang it. All right, let's see. Looks around the same. Does it not, boys? Does it look around the same? Looks like... You guys tell me, is it around the same? Looks like it's getting more dips. Oh no. Oh yeah. Turn off hardware acceleration. Turn it off. It looks like it's causing like dips or stutters. Oh crap. And it looks like it lowered my FPS. Yeah, my FPS is lower. My FPS is definitely lower, guys. Yeah, 100% lower. 100% lower. 100% lower. Yeah, turn that off, boys. Turn that off. Now, for multiplayer, like it was actually like really good, but like in Warzone, it's bad. Turn that off. Turn that baby off. So look at what we're getting now. Right? We're gonna come back to the same exact spot. We're getting 240 now, 250. 240 to 260 right now. This is with hardware acceleration on, right? Watch this. Watch this. This is why you have to test stuff, guys. On multiplayer, wasn't that bad though. We're gonna restart the PC. We turned hardware acceleration off. I'm gonna show you guys like the exact setting here. This might be what is messing up everybody. We should actually do a quick video here. Should we do a quick video, guys? All right, so guys, I'm gonna do a quick video. Watch this. You guys ready? Hey guys, it's Cornell from Sense Quality, and today what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be increasing your FPS, and we're gonna be fixing a little bit of those stutters that you're getting in Warzone 2 or Modern Warfare here. So me in the chat just recently discovered something that I think that you guys should take a look at, and that is hardware acceleration. So you're probably asking like how to just get this increase of FPS or just this decrease of stutters here. So what we're gonna do is go to the start menu, and you're gonna type in graphics settings, and then what you're gonna do is make sure hardware acceleration, GPU scheduling is turned off. Now if you're on Windows 11, you're gonna have to click change default graphics settings. Like it's gonna be like just a blue button right there, and then you could just turn that off there. It's set on by default on Windows 11, so make sure that you do that. And after you do that, restart your PC here, and you should automatically see like a huge FPS increase. Plus you should see like less stutters in general. We just tried it when it was on. It provided way more stutters than usual. When it was turned off, we were getting way less stutters and way more FPS here. So I hope that helps, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day here. Boom. Just like that, boys. Just like that, boys. Just like that. What if that's a fix, guys? What if that's a fix? What if that's a fix? Because I wasn't really getting I didn't really get stutters like that. So hardware acceleration could be causing that. If that's a fix, boys, I'm gonna lose full. Everybody was asking how to fix stutters. We might have it here. Wait, I'm gonna show you guys like what I do. You guys ready? You guys ready? This is how I make content. All right, boom. All right, this is when I usually like dish out or delegate this to editors, but this is when like I just need a quick video done. Bang, put that over right there. Right, sets quality colors. You always got to put the need FPS, right? Then you got to add an extra layer. Don't judge me for using Sony Vegas. How to fix stutters. Right? You got a preset of colors. Like if you're making content, like what I realized is you just got to get fast with it. How to fix stutters. Right? And then pretty much just want to make this bigger here. Way too big. Boom. Bang, just like that. I'm showing you guys the sauce right here. This is exactly how I make content right here, guys. All right, so let's try it. Whoa. All right, let's see if we can hear it. Me in the chat just recently discovered something that I think that you guys should take a look at, and that is hardware acceleration. So you're probably asking like how to just get this increase of FPS, or just get this increase of FPS. To just discovered something that I think that you guys should take a look at, and that is hardware acceleration. So you're probably asking like acceleration. So you're probably asking like how to just, you gotta cut out the unnecessary, keep that watch time up. So you're probably asking like how to just get this increase of FPS or just this decrease of stutters here. So what we're gonna do is go to the start menu and you're gonna type in graphics settings. And then what you're gonna do is make sure hardware acceleration, GPU scheduling is turned off. Perfect. Done. Now we have a preset render. Render as. I already have my Twitter renders. Hardware accelerations. Boom. Render that. Bring it up here. Tweets. How to fix stutters. And increase FPS. Sips. You know we need it. T. Behind the scenes, boys. Behind the scenes. Boom. Right there. Video. Done rendering. All you gotta do is copy that. Boom. Paste it here. Put a little computer sign there. Boom. Dunzo. Mission accomplished. And that's what we do, boys. And that's what we do, boys. And that's what we do. All right, so let's see. Hardware acceleration disabled, gain FPS. Then on top of that, the NVIDIA inspector works, adding another 10 to 15. Hag enabled, you lose FPS, inspector doesn't work. That is true, that is true. 62%. What is the best in-game audio setting? It's either headphones or it's PC. Our audio engineer stated that it's PC because you could hear the footsteps louder. Oh, and let me make sure to do this. Boom, done. Hey, Cornell, can you DM me the Sense Quality Twitter desktop background? Looks so good. Oh yeah, I got you for sure, Cameron. I got you for sure. Send me a DM and I got you. Glad I mentioned this to you so I could test it out yourself. Yeah, bless, you're the go. I didn't even know I had mine off, to be honest. I forgot about that. Have you done any testing with HPET yet? No, I haven't. Anyone knows what's the best in-game audio setting for the PC30X? Either PC or headphones. Either PC or headphones, guys. Let me put the music back on here. So we're vibing. We're vibing. Here we go. Is it good or bad? Is it good or bad to use AMD resolution upscale in Modern Warfare 2? It's not bad. It's just don't use it if you don't have to. Like upscaling, yeah, my bad, guys. Upscaling is only like when you absolutely have to use it, you're gonna use it. Like that's how I think of it. All right, let's test now. Let's test it now, guys. Thoughts on the 5800X 3D right now? It's the top 2 CPUs in the game. Top 3 CPUs in the game. The 5800X, it goes 13900K is the fastest. Then it goes 12900KS, 12900K. It goes 13900K, 5800X 3D, 12900KS, 12900K. It's still one of the fastest. It's superbly fast. And that might have affected some other settings here. So give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second here. Did it affect other settings here? Nope, it didn't. Perfect. Perfect. We're in the clear. We're in the clear. We're in the clear. Awesome. So let's test it out real quick. Let's do Battle Royale. Damn, these jams are hitting, boys. These jams are hitting. I gotta get this song. These jams are hitting. All right, let's test this out real quick. Hey, Canal, I just built my first PC and I'm kind of lost on PC optimization. Do you think it's worth paying for it? It depends on you, Skirt. To be honest, I think it's worth it just to get it over with. Like, you just want to play the game, Skirt. You don't want to worry about, like, all the rest of the stuff. Like, if that's the type of person you are, then, like, 100%, like, it's worth it. What's the link to this song, bro? Keys going crazy. This song is called Sea of Souls by Ecobell. And it's K-pop. What's your question, Martinez? Song given the HBCU homecoming band performance. Skirt, I'm not trying to promote. I would love to tell you, but I'm not trying to promote just my services in chat. Like, I'm just trying to educate you guys. But if you're looking to like find out more, you can just go to sensequality.com, or you can just DM Sense Quality on Twitter. And we could definitely like get you taken care of, boss. Yeah, I'm not trying to use this like stream to like sell anything to you guys. My in-game settings resets when the game restarts. Disable read only on your file. All right, let's test it, boys. So now we're gonna see. I think it was 240 to 270 on like the big building here. So now we're gonna see like if it's true. Yeah, no problem, Jalen. All right, let's see. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to put you in that situation. Also, I appreciate all the help with your videos. They are very helpful. Yo, no problem, Skirt. Nah, you're good. You're good, my man. Yeah, I just don't want to use this to like stream as like a, oh yeah, guys, you gotta buy our services like kind of deal. You know what I mean? PC fans are allowed with the OC I did a while back. Went into the BIOS, only fans registering CPU pump. So I can lower this. Alright, let's test it. So far, the FPS looks way more stable. FPS looking way more stable. I think we found it, boys. I think we freaking found it. I think we found it. I'm on the newest driver, Blessed. I think we found it, boys. Oh, Lord. I just gotta get to one spot. Oh my god, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. We're gonna have to win this, and then we're gonna have to get back on that spot. I want to thank you again for hooking me up with that PC back in March. I love it. It really means a lot. No problem, Cameron. You're already seeing the benefits of it, Cameron. You're about to upgrade to a 4080, and you already have like enough. Like your PC's ready for a 4080. To be honest, I'm not even like. All you need is the cables, and then you're good. One's going left, teammate. One's going left. No, teammate, he's on the stairs. Let's go, teammate. Oh, nah, they tried us. They tried us, boys. All right, we're gonna try to get to the tower and see like how the FPS changes. Y'all try it, Bless. What's the best timings for RAM? All RAMs are different, Berserker. It depends on what kind of CPU you have, what kind of motherboard you have, like what kind of silicon lottery that you have, how good your IMC is. It really depends, boss. But if you're looking for stock RAM, like a DDR4 RAM, then yeah, CL14, CL15 are like safe choices. I'm shocked that the 4080s are available just days after release. It's because I feel like everybody, like all the enthusiasts got the 4090 this year. They weren't playing any games. Everybody that was saving up got the 4090. So the 4080s like are really available. Plus, this year there's no like mining, there's no like COVID or like supply chain issues. Like this is how it should be, to be honest. Was I here? Yeah, it looks like a definitely FPS increase for sure, 100%. No more lags, no more anything like that. Let me just check something. Where is it? Oh man, he eliminated me. Definitely an FPS increase. What do you guys think? Did it make a difference, guys? I think hardware acceleration definitely made a difference. 100% made a difference, guys. The 3090 Ti is better than the 1600 XT. Easy increase and less dips be a bit too. Yeah, for sure. Way less dips. I can already tell how smooth it is. So hardware acceleration off is the move. Yes, it is. My dream is to have FPS like that on my face. Bro, this is not even like the most FPS that we could get, brother. We could go even crazier. Alright, so hardware acceleration off is definitely a vibe. Can you show your hardware acceleration? Yeah. So I have it off right now, guys. See? Off. Alright, so let's do something real quick. So now I'm going to show you guys how to install like a new NVIDIA driver, right? So I'm going to put the link down below if we do make a video about this. But basically you're going to need like DDU, you're going to need not NVIDIA Profile Inspector, but you're going to need like the GPU drivers that you're going to want to get. So like, let's say you're upgrading your GPU driver, right? All you're going to type in is NVIDIA driver, right? And I always click this one, official GeForce drivers. And then you're going to manually search for like whatever like GPU you're on. So I'm on a 4090, so it's already here. If I was on a 3080, I would do 30 series, and then I would do like 3080, and then I would start search. But I'm on a 4090, so I'm gonna switch back here, boom, and I'm gonna start search, boom. And after I start search, it's gonna show me all the available drivers to me, and I would just go with like the latest here, like right. I'm about to test out the 522.25, so we're about to test that out, but let's see what the latest can do. So I'm going to get that, then I'm going to download now, boom, and then all you're going to have to do is wait until it downloads, and it's going to be in your download folder. Now, I would just show in folder, I would copy this, I would put it in your DDU folder, so it's like easy to find, right? So I have all mines in the DDU folder right here. I'm going to delete this so I don't want it taking up space. So this is the DDU folder right here, right? So we have DDU, we have the NVIDIA Profile Inspector, and we have the GPU drivers. So what you would do is this. You would first you want to disable any kind of connection. So like any kind of Ethernet connection, you want to disable that, Wi-Fi connection, anything like that. Because if you don't do this step, then what's going to happen is it's going to install like just like a recommended driver off of the internet, right? Because Windows likes to do that. Next, after you do that, what you're going to do is hold shift. While you're holding shift on your keyboard, you're going to press start, you're going to press restart, power, and then you're going to press restart. When you press that restart button, what you're going to see is a blue screen, and you're going to press troubleshoot, I believe. Then you're going to press advance, and then you're going to press startup settings. And then once the PC restarts and it shows you all the settings, you're going to see like 1 through 8. You're going to press on 4, right? So I'm going to show you after you press on 4, you're going to be able to log in, and this is what you're going to do when you log in. I'm just doing it here because you're not going to be able to see when I do it on safe mode. So I'm going to click on DDU. I'm going to click on DDU uninstaller. So this is after your PC restarted and you did all of the steps that I just said, right? Then I'm going to select device type. I'm going to select GPU. And then this is in safe mode. When you're in safe mode, you're going to clean and restart. Once you clean and restart, that should be good. And that's when you download your new GPU driver. And that should be fine right there. But you don't do it before you disable your Ethernet, right? So now what you're going to do is after you do that, you're going to open up NVIDIA Profile Inspector. You're going to go to Call of Duty or like any game that you really play that doesn't have like resize bar enabled. You're going to go to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, right? And you're just going to scroll down, boom, bang, where is it? Bang, right? And you see where it says like the BA, BB, and FF. You're basically going to switch this. So yours is going to look like default, like Death Stranding, right? You're going to switch it to 01. You're going to switch this one right here to 01, right? And you're going to switch this FF to, where is it? to the Battlefield like F1 and all that stuff, right? So it's like times like 4 million or something. So the way that you know which one to switch it to is it'll always say Battlefield, F1, Assassin's Creed, like all these weird games, right? So then I'll just apply that, and that's it. That's all you would have to do. And then if you want, you could disable hardware acceleration to get more FPS, and boom, your game is going to be 20 times smoother. You're going to have more FPS, and that's how to clean install a graphics driver there. So I hope that helps, guys. So let's do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do this now. Boom. Oh, you guys can actually see it. So go to troubleshoot, then you're gonna go to advanced, and you're gonna go to starter settings. Once I press this restart, it's gonna restart my game, and then you're gonna press 4 to actually get into like the safe mode, right? And from the safe mode, that's when you're gonna do the whole DDU thing, the DDU clean install thing. Yes, for this to work, you need to have resize bar active in your BIOS. So the way you could do that is you restart your PC, you're gonna spam delete, and then that's when you can get into your BIOS and activate resize bar. So I'm gonna activate safe mode. Awesome, so now I'm in safe mode right now. Boom, I'm gonna do the DDU thing. DDU, clean install. So now I'm clean installing my drivers here, and it's just gonna restart your PC automatically after it just clean installs, which is perfect. And then after it clean installs, all you would have to do is just install your driver, enable your Ethernet, and you're good to go. That's it. That is it, and you gain FPS from that. So we are going through right now how to properly install your graphics driver. So right now, my PC is starting back up. You guys are not going to be able to see any of this because my graphics driver is uninstalled, so it's not going to register anything on my GPU. But I'm going to make a whole video about this, which is crazy. Awesome, so I'm installing the 522.25. Run anyway. Yes. Boom. Close that. Exit out of that. Press OK. Which supplements, Goofy? Brandon, they shouldn't be affected. Yeah, I'll show how to download DDU. So my video driver is installing now. Give me one moment, guys. You guys can't see anything. Alright, so we're finished installing the driver. Now, I'm going to go to NVIDIA control panel, press agree and continue. I'm going to show you exactly what I look for. So I'm making sure that my PC resolution and PC hertz are the max. I disable G-Sync. Right? There we go. Make sure that that's merged for my Elgato. I go down. I put this on high performance, texture quality. Threaded optimization, I turn this on. Power management, you could turn that to maximize performance if you want. Press apply there. And then you're pretty much done with here, right? So like you don't really have to do like much after that here. But then you have to go to graphic settings. You want to make sure that hardware acceleration is disabled. Then you want to go to NVIDIA Profile Inspector. So I'll show you guys how to download all of these. So Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 or any game that you play, you're going to just type it in here. You're going to make sure that this sign is clicked there. You're going to scroll down to the unknowns. Where is it? Unknowns. Boom. And you see how it reset here? So I'm going to switch the BA, BB, and the FF on. So I'm going to turn this one on. It's like 23, 23, 23. Like in the profiles, yours might be a different number here, but that's how you could tell. Then I'm going to switch this one on, and I'm going to switch this one on. Boom. I'm going to apply that, and boom. That's all you have to do, and you are good. Then you have to exit out of there, and you guys said how to download it. So now I'm just going to turn back on my Ethernet driver because I'm all done with everything else. Boom. And I should be able to connect back. Awesome. So I just type in DDU and boom, right there, display driver on installer. You would go down. I'm East Coast, so I would just click download Mirror East, and it should automatically download for you on this page. So I just gotta wait 5 seconds and it just downloads. Boom. Right? And after it downloads, you would do show and folder. You would extract all, extract, right? You would click on this right here, DDU. You would extract that. And then it's this folder right here that has everything else in it. So you could delete all of this. And all you need is this folder right here. And this is what you do for DDU here. And now for the NVIDIA Profile Inspector, I would just type it in on Google and just click GitHub, and then I would click on the first link and click on NVIDIA Profile Inspector here, right? Show in folder, extract all, extract, and it's right here. Boom. That's all you got to do. And you can just open that up, and that's when you could do all the NVIDIA Profile Inspector stuff. So let me make sure that's active. Boom. Yep, so it's active there. Perfect. So we activated resize bar. Bang, bang, bang. Awesome. So we did everything that we needed to download the new driver. So now we're gonna have to download the shaders. So that's gonna take a minute there. Then we're gonna test the new driver here. I mean the old driver. So what I'm testing right now is 522.25. Yep, and it'll download my new shaders here. So we're just gonna test what 522.25 does versus the 526.98, I believe, and then we'll call it a day, guys. So let's see. Shader optimization and downloading these shaders are actually the most intensive thing that you can do, on your PC, on this game. This is the most intensive this game will ever be, because it's using so much of your CPU. All this is good. This is good, and this is good. So we just gotta wait for the shaders to go. So I'm gonna wait for the shaders, and then we're gonna test the FPS benchmark, and then we're gonna go into Warzone. Best CPU core, it depends what CPU. I like the Arctic liquid freezes because they're really budget friendly and really good. And I like the NZXTs if you're going for RGB and stuff. Alright, so let's see here. So I'm gonna play this benchmark. Yeah, we got you, sir. We'll respond as soon as possible, boss. I gotta put back on the jams. Hold on, guys. Hold on. right, so we're testing it out right now. Let's see what we get here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where's my FPS? If your benchmark is more GPU bottleneck, you are fine. You're perfectly fine. All you have to do to fix that is just lower your settings. That's it. It's not even a problem, to be honest. Like the higher the higher your GPU bottleneck is, like the higher your settings usually. Okay. So it looks like it's a little bit less than the benchmark. Let's see. Boom. Do you think that Warzone 2 is heavy, requiring a lot of hardware for being released? It's Call of Duty's always heavy. It's always heavy. It was just like this, like when Warzone came out. I still remember when Warzone came out. It was just as intense. Which gaming monitor at 240p would you recommend at $200 to $300 I would recommend the Asus. What is it called? It's an Asus 280 hertz 1080p monitor. I would recommend that one. It's super good, super good. You want a lower number of total RAM use, but you can't really do much about that, Jalen. I haven't actually tested DMZ yet, Goofy. I have to test it. All right, let's see here. Jose, I usually use 8. The suspense is killing me, guys. So far, it's a little bit lower so far. The 522.25. It's definitely a little lower. Yeah, because usually here, we get 270s. It's getting around 240s. Oh, it's getting around 300s here. So we'll see. It's hard to tell in the main lobby. I mean, in the pregame lobby. So we'll see actually in game. Noticeable difference in the plane. It's really bouncy though. Yeah, it's like hitting 200s weirdly. Yeah, this driver is really bouncy. It looks a bit higher. The problem with this 522.25 driver is that it's like it looks like more FPS, like you're hitting higher numbers, but then you're hitting like a really low number, like every like couple of seconds. That's the only thing that I see that's like a problem with it. Oh no. Wow, bro. Can I get a moment of peace? Same FPS. It's around the same, to be honest. Unless we're like nitpicking, it's around the same. Can't see a thing, guys. Please drop me over here. No. All right, so let's see. The HC600s are pretty good. Yeah, Bless, send me those MSI benchmarks. Yeah, there's like a stutter right there. It's just very hard to tell. It looks like this one's higher. So this is like this is what makes it like very hard, like without cap frame X or anything like that. Because it could sometimes look like this one's higher, right? However, like the lows could be lower. And that's like what I'm afraid of. I'm gonna test both just to see how it is. This one definitely looks like a little bit like for the FPS on your screen, it looks like it's like a tad bit, like 5 FPS probably. Can I make it? But like if you're getting like 270 FPS, like what's the difference? Like 260, 270, like my monitor doesn't even go that high. There is monitors out there that could go this high, but mine doesn't, unfortunately. Okay, 270s. What I want to do is check where we like last checked. Okay. Oh, no way, bro. No way. This guy's sitting up here the whole time. Whole time. This is why it's so hard to benchmark stuff, guys. I mean, FPS looks good, though. This is what makes it so hard to benchmark stuff. Yeah, it's like a 5 FPS difference. But yeah, so I'll do more testing. But yeah, appreciate you guys like coming in, checking out. Tomorrow I'm gonna have like the actual FPS demon here, so that's gonna be insane. So make sure that you tune in for that. But yeah, guys, you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. And if you have any questions, definitely join our Discord. And if you have any video suggestions, join our Discord for sure. And I'll make any videos that you guys want, to be honest. But you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and make sure you enjoy tea time.